And similar to Paper Mario, I recognize this is a game that a lot of people have deep nostalgia for. Like, I was in high school when this game came out, and there are people I know that had like their childhood was this game. And was like built around the hype for it and the modding scene and the rumors of, you know, hidden quests and if you go like just like the way these kinds of games sometimes build up their own kind of hype machine, if you will. Now it says continue. It's because I was doing some testing. I don't actually have a save though. What I will do, I think I already saw my controls more or less the way that I want to. E is activate, F is ready weapon. So, you know, knowing me, I will likely not build a character that really needs sneak or be able to use them too much. There's a separate button for blocking. That's good to know. Because in Morrowind, it was just an automatic thing. There's a grab function for, I think, for like grabbing like a physicsy thing. The journal and the wait button is T as per usual. Change view is tab. I remember I changed some of these from their defaults. So, yeah, let's fucking do this thing, baby. New game, we're gonna watch cutscenes. We're going to, like I said, make a new character. I've never played this game before, so I have no idea what to expect as far as what build to go for.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor.
Sir Patrick Stewart, by the way.
For all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
John Locke.
Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
Jean Log Picard. Sorry. It's such a dramatic moment, I'm ruining it. So there it is. I don't know what Oblivion
This
is.
The 27th of last seed.
But that was an Oblivion gate, I think.
433. These are the closing days of the third era and the final hours of my life.
What was that? Title drop? Well, maybe not title drop yet, but... Dude, I bet this shit was so hype back in the day. I cannot imagine being like a high schooler or a grade schooler and like loading this up for the first time. All your homies are with you, like all your friends, and everyone's like, new Elder Scrolls, ah! Like, I bet this was fucking dope back then. On the Xbox 360, because that, like, this is one of the, and I know it was PS3 as well, but this is like the game I probably think of when I think of like the Xbox 360 community of sorts. Cool in the Skyrim intro. I haven't even seen the Skyrim intro, but I'm liking this a lot. Trying to grab the screenshot, D-man. Are you trying to grab the URL? Because you could post the URL in the chat, or you could post it in the Discord server if you wanted. In fact, in the Discord, it might even be easier to share. All right, and now with that, we get to make a dude. So that intro cutscene is awesome and very hype. And now you're gonna watch me move sliders for the next 19 hours. Okay, I'm mostly exaggerating. First off, let's see what kind of race we want to go for. So Imperials, I realize that Imperial rather is the default because I think Oblivion is mostly Imperial, much like how in Morrowind, the island is mostly Dwemer. No, Dunmer, sorry, Dark Elves. Dwemer are the dwarves who are now dead. So, Imperial was the first class I ever completed in Morrowind. I made an Imperial Knight, which was, you know, fine, but kind of boring. I'm gonna do something, well, I guess I need to decide what kind of class I'm gonna make. And kind of build from there. I'm thinking, I would ask others what they would recommend as like a fun class, especially for like the first timer. But my knee-jerk reaction is that I lately been playing a lot of magic users, so I would probably lean towards some kind of magic user thing. But the idea of having a big axe and beating the shit out of people also sounds sexually gratifying. Potato Man, yeah, potato faces are something I'm very much, willing to embrace. I think you just kind of have to. Different stats for different. Oh, does it really? Well, of course, it doesn't show the stats yet. I'm guessing it will, though. That's on your Steam Pro. Yeah, I got you, D-Man. Yeah. Yeah, when we eventually get to Skyrim, we're gonna see a lot of these. I feel like the orc is especially potato face. Fucking murder people, says Ogasso. I mean, they're very good at melee and just kicking the shit. Yeah, heavy armor, just being fucking badasses. Red guards are also sick. Well, at least they were in Morrowind. Red guards were sick at like martial weapons. Just being weapon masters. Just like being more like very finessed and very elegant with their skill set. Yeah, red guards are great. It's really fucking cool. I remember I played a wood elf last time in my casual playthrough of Morrowind because he was a sneaky boy. It says your only spell that you need, Alex, is axe. Cast axe at them. Yeah, known as a Bosmer. I remember as a kid, I always thought Argonians looked so cool, but I never liked their stats. So I've never actually like done anything with an Argonian. Natural resistances to disease and poisons. Sounds nice. Yeah, if I'm going for something magic-y, a Breton would be a good choice. Healing and summoning magic. I would probably do like, you know, fucking blow shit up with fireballs, like that kind of spell, those kinds of spells. Which would mean maybe a dark elf, they're pretty good. Ancestral ghosts. Yeah, Dunmer are pretty sick. High elf might be the glass cannon, if I'm remembering my Morrowind lore. Start as an orc and an orc. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, like different races would mean different like beginning areas. That'd be kind of sick. They look freaky. Yes, I mean a lot of the character models look something else for sure. Live another life. Really, that'd be awesome, Agassi. Yeah, like where your beginning is thematic. Because I mean, what is it? Every single Elder Scrolls game, you're either in prison or you're like en route to being in prison. So you're just some fucking dude or dudette. So that kind of gets around the need for a background, per se. Excuse me. Completely random spot. Yeah, I was using that for Morrowind, or something like it for Morrowind, for the Morrowind randomizer streams. I was doing those a few years ago. There's like a list of like thousands of random places. One time it spawned me in front of Dagoth Ur. That was awkward, because I immediately got murdered. Anyway, yeah, they're very vulnerable to fire. Just vulnerable to everything. Just very much a glass cannon. And they're back to Imperial. I feel like we're missing something. It was maybe a race that wasn't represented. But no, I think what I'm thinking of is I'm imagining a Breton being the ideal spellcaster class. But it says they're particularly good at summoning and healing, and I wouldn't want healing. I mean, maybe summoning, but I want to blow shit up, right? I want to be a walking nuke dispenser. Sword, bow, and destruction magic. Yeah, dark elves are pretty. Dark elves are like kind of OP in the in Morrowind because they are resistant to fire, and fire is a good like default just damage spell. And they don't really have any negatives. Like they're not amazing at combat, they're not amazing at spells, but they're like competent at all of them. Blow shit up, people. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the same, oh gosh. So I'm thinking Dark Elf is the like hearty blow shit up people, who we could also use swords with if we wanted to. And then a High Elf would be a glass cannon. You will murder the shit out of anybody, but then they flick me in the ding dong, and I crumble into a pile of dust. Bretons are a solid choice. Yeah, I think they were in Morrowind. I think when I made a spellcaster in Morrowind, I made a Breton. Let's go with the Dark Elf. Dark Elf, I like the idea of being able to then spec into swords if I wanted to. Destruction magic is the kind of magic I want to do. Can make a dude or a dudette. I guess we'll just go with the dude. Make my guy look neat. Shape. Face. So now we get to scrunge or unscrunge them as much as we want to. I mean, realistically, I'm not really gonna fuck with this too much. Ooh, we can make him like a fish man, or bulbous. Yeah, get the side profile there. Look at that defined chin. What a Chad. Probably just somewhere in the middle. Most of these are gonna be in the middle, and honestly, we're not gonna see this guy's face all that often. We're gonna see either the back of his head as we're in third-person view, or we're gonna be first-person view. Oh gosh, this says be a big boy. Okay, maybe that's the question. Maybe I should make this man look like a fucking monster. Do I make him look cool, or do I make him look like a strange critter? with some kind of maxed out slider thing. Can you make him funny colors, Dave? Can make him even more wide. I imagine that's what a lot of people did. They like just stretched things out as much as they could. He's not gonna be able to wear helmets, dude. He's gonna be like, it won't fit. What do I do? And I give him a prominent brow. Sorry, he's very excited. What do you get? That's very serious. I don't know this. My guy's not gonna be very serious. He's gonna be pretty lighthearted, probably. Oh yes. Oh, now he's sad. Oh, he's so sad. I'm sorry. No, I feel bad. I made him cry. Look what you did. You called him Bulbasaur. So I know. I did it first. All the way to the left. Yeah, exactly. Just fuck around with extremes. Just alter. That's probably the strat here, honestly. If I want to go, oh, look at this. They're tied together. If I want to go like something silly and lighthearted, this part would be, you know, more or less neutral, I think. Or I could just make him a large, sad man. Oh, wait, no. How did I do it? These are over here. There we go. I could just make him big and sad. I don't know. Why do I enjoy this? He's so sad. He's like, I'm gonna save the world. I don't want to. You can't make me. You're not my real dad. Alright, so we're gonna make the world's saddest big boy. Okay. We're gonna make him sad and big. Okay, no, yeah, your eyes need to be wilted and sad and no, that's too much like a there. Yes, there you go. Shallow cheeks and big. So sad and big and dark. Or I'm sorry, dank. Yes, more wide, please. More wide. This man is a what is this? Is this a hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This man is a hexagon. Oh fucking hell! Perfection. Here we go. You got the screenshot, sorry, D-Man. All right, now we're gonna test this. By the way, can I alt tab this game and have it not crash? So let's find out, because old PC games and not handling alt tabs. Name a better duo, a more iconic duo. I'll wait. Also, I don't have a cursor. Uh-oh. I do not have a cursor. Ew. Well, my mouse is still alive, but I don't have like a cursor on screen. All right, well, that's something that will eventually become an issue. Not having a cursor is going to be a problem. I guess I hadn't tested that, had I, when I did my testing off stream. So I'll need to figure out a way to be able to alt-tab on command and be able to get back in, because, you know, I'll want to click around, that kind of thing. I mean, I can get back into the game, no problem. So, like, the game is fine. And you didn't do anything, Demon. I knew the risk when it came to alt-tabbing. Alt-tabbing when you're playing a 2006 PC game can be tenuous. But I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, eats the inputs, yeah. It's like it's reacting like I have a mouse. I just can't click and I just can't see the mouse. But if I mouse over things on my desktop, it's clearly appearing. Yeah, so what I might need to do is I might need to find a way to play in windowed mode. And then kind of, you know, figure that out from there. So what I can do... Actually, I can't check the chat on my phone because the link wouldn't be there. I'll look at your link later, D-Man. I'll just go back for the in the chat logs. I'll check the logs. I like to inspect my log from time to time. Like John Log Picard, that made me laugh so much, D-Man, or Dave. What's up, JD? We're making a friend. We're making a hexagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, actually, no, this would be a side. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I guess the chin is the side. So yeah, it's a hexagonal friend. And we're making him big and sad. And I don't know like what the fuck is wrong with me, but I just find I find it to be so entertaining. The idea of the hero of, I mean, in Morrowind, the name of the island, like the overall province was Vardenfell, but the name of the island is Morrowind. So like, you know, Morrowind was a place. I don't think Oblivion is a place we want to save. I think Oblivion's like a scary place in the lore, because I hear about Oblivion gates. I don't know what they entail. I just know that they exist. Oh yes. Oh, is this man gonna be a large, sad, hexagonal grandpa? Dark elf grandpa? He's kind of got that, Jim, come over here, sonny, I've got a story for you. Chin small or large? Do you even have to ask? What a dumb fucking question that is. Of course, fucking Jay Leno, the man-chin wonder. Dude, yeah. What I'm a little bit sad. This is one of those games where we're not going to be able to see this guy's face all that often. Because in some games where you create a character, you will make a character and then they'll be like, they'll have to contort their face into smile or like sad. Like JD and I and Dave and Arctic were all playing PSO, and in the story, the story missions, you know, you can make your character look normal or weird or what have you, and then in the cutscenes, your character, regardless of the facial expressions you gave them, will try to smile when things are happy and frown when things are sad, and that can be like challenging for the game based on like to try to contort what you've made into what it thinks resembles a smile or a frown. So we won't have that in this game probably, but we'll just have to imagine this man being like, yes, I'm here to save the world, I'm gonna slay a dragon. I guess there's no dragons in this game, but the voice that this man will have will be lovely. Tall, obviously. Tall, just like me in real life. Trying to max everything out. You have to kind of like wiggle it a little bit. You have to wiggle to make it all twerk together. Oblivion. Yeah, I think you're right, D-Man. I think that's probably, it's like some kind of hell dimension thing. Wide or thin. Again, if you even have to ask. Jay Leno looking ass motherfucker. I know Jay Leno's an easy target. His chin isn't that big. It's just, it's more of a meme at this point. There's a few streamers I follow that will regularly indulge in what can generously be referred to as the absolute worst Jay Leno impressions ever. And it's almost like a contest on like how bad can their Jay Leno impressions be. And it's devolved to the point where one of them will just go, hey, you like cars? It's like, he doesn't talk like that. He loves cars. Yes, he has an enormous car collection, but he'll be like, hey, you like driving cars? It's like, it's to the point where like, this isn't even a real person anymore. Jay Leno doesn't actually exist. He's like a collective figment of our imagination. Now, how do I make him look more sad? Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty sad. Big. No, probably small. Like wilting. Like he's been crying so much his eyes are like shriveled up. There's just no eyeball juice. The Daedra. Ah, that would explain it then. We're making a sad fish man. Yeah, it's like he's melted a little bit. You know, this like angle right here. Is this Gabi's uncle? At Gabi right now. Can we get Gabi in here? Get him in here. Since he is a goblin who gurgles. I was actually thinking this profile right here, it's like a more cartoonish and dark elf version of Caius in Morrowind. Together or apart. That looks very sad. That looks very sad. But that looks, well, actually, I don't know. That's pretty sad too. What do you think is more sad? Number one, all the way to the right? Or like half in, half out, like this. Kind of like a Bill Murray. Yeah, like a very extra cartoonish Bill Murray. His eyes are, how do you even see? You think the half and half is good, Dave? By the way, if you ever find yourself in St. Louis, Missouri, and you want a really good brunch place, there's a place in Clayton called Half and Half. Oh, it's my favorite breakfast place ever. It's fucking incredible. I think I'm with you, Dave. This is funny, but this looks depressing. There must be, I think like there's probably a word for this in like the German language. Some kind of word for this hyper specific phenomena of getting joy out of a fictional character's sorrow. Like this is a victimless monster that I'm creating. Nobody is harmed in the making of this sad little man. So I can do this with impunity. And I'm getting so much entertainment out of it. Like I would never want somebody to look this sad in real life. I would feel bad for them. But it's a fictional character, so it's fucking hilarious. Forehead. Just give him a big forehead. I mean, just big, really. Tall, large, tall and large. Forward to... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh my god. I don't want to imagine the shape of this man's skull. Honestly, if I looked like this, I'd be pretty sad too. And on top of it, he's got a widow's peak, so he's got like, you know, a receding hairline and gray hair, so poor guy's got a lot to be sad about. I'm sorry, buddy. Don't you give me that look. You did this to me, Alex. Yeah, that one for sure. I'm wondering if I should like go back and tweak these a little bit more, because these were not set to extremes. Yeah, that one. Ooh, the upwards angle makes it even more sunken and miserable. 5 head, yes. Ooh, excuse me. I mean, we need big. There we go. This poor man. But I will say about this man we're creating, he's blobular in some ways, but very defined. Like, very defined features. That's a chin line that could, like, cut diamond. Hey, what's up, J-Blob? Yeah, we're making a sad man, but I'm having a great time making him, and that's what matters. Yes, the jaw. Okay, well, we need it to be as prominent as possible. Wide or thin? I think we know the answer to that question. Big, obviously. Ooh, we can even make him grimace a little bit there. That's good. Concave or convex? Oh, that's actually a tricky one. Because concave shrinks his lips and makes him a little bit sad looking, but sacrifices the bulbousness by making it more convex. Still a sad expression, but more blobular. What do you guys think looks more entertaining? Like big, like, well, actually, I guess I don't really see that much of a difference of the facial expression. A slight difference in face versus big. Yo, J-Blob, I forgot you're a St. Louis buddy. That's right. Yeah. Half and half. Isn't it fucking great? We are spoiled here. We have a lot of very nice breakfast places here. And it's hard to pick a favorite, for me at least. But if I were forced to pick one for the rest of my life, it'd be Half and Half, hands down. Only downside is that it's a really popular place and everyone likes to go there. So sometimes there's a wait, but it's so worth it every time. And it's a little bit far from me specifically, but it is a worthwhile visit. I have some friends that live out there, so I'm out there, you know, every so often. That was the jaws through the mouth. They call it the mouth. Drawn or pursed? No, we'll do the one of those. Yeah, exactly, Demon. That's the thing. It don't matter. None of this matters because we're not going to be able to like see our lad all that often anyway. We'll be seeing the back of his head in third person view, or we'll be in first person view. We won't be able to see anything. We'll be able to see his arms. Happy, sad. So hold on, what does happy look like? I need to know. Okay, that's happy. This is smiling through the pain. Herbert or Frank, whatever that guy is. He's trying his darndest, but we're gonna make this a sad little man. High mouth or low mouth? Oh, he's like the pouty lips. Oh no, I don't know which one I like more. He's got the underbite. Oh, I love the underbite. I mean, the low mouth makes sense. But I think I like the high mouth more, actually. Deflated or inflated? Oh, can I give him big kissy lips? No, I think that looks more sad. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes me sad that, like, these bars are tied together, but logarithmically. You know, it's not a linear connection, so slide him back and forth a couple enough times, it'll all work out. Exactly. We all know it, J-Blob. We all know in our hearts that we have a sad little man. A sad large man, rather. Puckered or retracted? I mean, we gotta pucker those puppies out, baby. Yeah, like, the game doesn't want me to be able to do this. It's like gently encouraging me. It's saying, come on, Alex, you don't want to do this. And I'm over here saying, oh, you say that. I absolutely do want to do this. I should be given full license for this mistake that I'm making. Full agency. Little do you guys know, this is actually a self-portrait. The face you see before you in the bottom left corner is just in a very elaborate VTube model. It's actually a flesh tube model. It's new technology. So, courtesy of Alina, I learned flesh tube thanks to Alina. Alina taught me that phrase. So this is a self-portrait. This is how I really am. Or I could be mean and say it's how I see myself, but it's not. It's not how I see myself. It's good to see you, Alina. We're starting my first ever playthrough of Oblivion, and we're starting by making a fucking monster. Veritas says, "Yeah, sweet. Human-made horrors beyond my comprehension." Protruding or retracted. Oh, this is mouth protruding or retracted. I would say protruded. Right? Oh, and J-Blob, holy moly, thank you for that resub. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. And subscribe for 3 months. Actually, I don't even know if I can add points. All right, so I can't add the points right now, but I'll get that taken care of in a bit. I'll get it taken care of. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Just don't become a plastic surgeon because I cannot be trusted. You're correct. You're correct, Alina. We probably won't spend... Yeah, little did I know, J-Blob, that what I was getting myself into, and I realized the power I was given and how I very much cannot be trusted. Nor should I ever be trusted. Trying to, like, min-max these sliders to the most absurd of degrees. Lunatic Chef, good to see you, buddy. Another Elder Scrolls enjoyer. Good to see you, buddy. Been a while since you played it. Yeah, I've never played it. I'm excited for my first ever playthrough. The best friend character. Yeah, this is Cyberpunk. He travels forward in time. What's up, Team Up? Thank you for joining in. And we, of course, raided Team Up last night when they were playing some Jackbox. It was during Madverse City. There was some fucking fire, heat being spewed, being spit into the microphone. It was pretty sweet. There was some sick bars being dropped. There was some casualties. You know, some people had to get airlifted out. It was pretty spicy, but it was a good performance. The more he grows on me. That's the thing, Alina. We're making an endearing lad. That's why we're making him sad. Because I can make a diabolical monster. Anybody can do that. But if you make him sad looking, then you feel sorry for him. You want to, you know, offer him like a glass of water or like a nap or just a pat on the back. You can tell he's had a rough time of it. Hence why I'm working so hard to make him look like such a sad sap. But I'm at a crossroad now because now we're making the mouth look so weird. It's looking more cartoonish than sad. I think I want to stick with the small lips. I mean, that's... What word comes to mind? I think the word frumpy comes to mind. I think I might want the inflated lips. Because at first, this is a grimace, but now I feel like there's potential because it's more expressive this way. I feel like expressiveness is huge. Oh, and the underbody is even more pronounced. Yeah, we're just baiting victims for our sacrifices. That's what it is. But that's pretty sad. Well, that's pretty sad too. It's all very sad. This one looks more cartoonish. This one looks genuinely like he's about to cry. Why am I... What does this say about me as a human person where I find so much pleasure in this man's anguish? This man looks like he's actually about to begin tearing up, and it would... If it were... I'm an empathetic individual. Oh, goodness. Mega team up. Thank you, my friend. I cannot add points right now because I can't alt tab out of the game, but I'll fix that momentarily. Thank you, Mega Team Up, for that very nice cheer. That's so generous. And don't ever think that you have to, pay me back for, rating or anything. Please don't ever feel like that's an obligation, but I do appreciate that. Thank you, my friends. That's very generous. But no, I do it because you guys are cool. I like what you do over there. And you're all good peeps, all right? I trust y'all because you're all good folks, and there's never any expectation of quid pro quo something for you know what I mean. It's nothing that there's an expectation behind, but I really appreciate you guys. What's the Latin phrase? Quid pro quo. I think that's the phrase. It's a Q. That's what got me. A quid pro quo. That's a crow that swoops in and delivers presents with a certain exchange. And another one, Mega Team Up says, nope, I'm gonna do it anyway. Well, thank you. That's very sweet. Really, I appreciate that, my friends. Yeah, it is Latin, that's right. I can English, but I cannot Latin. Sometimes I can't even English, so I would not get ahead of myself. All right, so we have more. We have many more. Well, not a ton more, but a few more. Oh my. Let us all take a moment to appreciate the long man. Lunatic Chef, there is no man who will ever be longer than you, my friend. Lunatic Chef, you've supported me in so many ways, man. Thank you, Lunatic Chef, for the incredible generosity. We call that a high five in the industry. Whenever it's like a 5 gift sub bomb. Thank you for the high five. Everyone put your hands like up to the screen and we'll all high five together. 3, 2, 1, bam. Yeah, good shit. Thank you, Lunatic Chef, for the high five. That's so sweet. Look at that. It even says 106 gift subs total. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. So thank you, Lunatic Chef, for such incredible generosity. And it's because of Lunatic Chef that I got introduced to Grolvana and his community, George and Scarlett and Adam, all these other cool streamer friends. I had, who else rated me as a result of you? You've like directed many people to me, and I've made a lot of friends because of you. So Lunatic Chef, you've done so much for me, and I cannot express enough appreciation. And as always, I always have to clarify, this kind of thing is never expected. I'm happy you're here. I hope you and the fam are doing well. I'll take this as a sign that you're probably doing okay, but please don't ever feel like it's an obligation. I'm just happy to see you, and I'm happy to hear from you, and I like hearing the updates on you and the fam, the wife and the kiddos. So it's all love, baby. It's all love, and I really appreciate you, my friend. That's so nice. Yeah. All my homies like Lunatic Chef. He's a good guy. Instructions unclear. Yes. We're smashing. Yeah, sorry. I high five too aggressively, Alex. Now I need a new monitor. High five to screen. That's right. Very good. Yeah, dude. Lunatic Chef is something else. And like I've said before, I've seen Lunatic Chef. He helps out a lot of streamers that are like kind of around like my size as well. Helps out GV and Scarlett and George, all these other streamer kind of people in the community that streamer community that I'm into right now. So like Lunatic Chef does a lot for a lot of streamer communities, and he's a good lad. He's a real good lad. What a guy, man. What a guy. Yeah, Grolvana rating us. Yeah, because I've like added so many streamers to my follow list because of the people that GDV raids, and vice versa. Yeah, lots of folks are aware of me because of Grolvana, and he always has such nice things to say. So whenever I'm there or whenever I raid him, so it's like that that theme of positivity and generosity is very much permeating with people like Lunatic Chef and GV and all these really nice people. My size, yeah, well, I'll have you know I'm a 2-inch warrior, okay? Yeah, I more mean like, you know, the streamer audience size. Like, you know, none of us are like big, crazy big shots. I mean, Grovana and CD and George, they're popular, but like none of us are like, you know, in the top 0.0001%. We're all, you know, just trying to you know, do our thing, and we're all plus or minus like 50 viewers away from each other, you know, more or less. So, which is a lot, but compared to like the top dogs on Twitch, it's, you know, it's still chump change. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Lunatic Chef. I know I'm getting long-winded here, but thank you. That's so sweet. And again, to Mega Team Up for the cheers earlier, like, dude, people are popping off, man. I really appreciate you guys. But again, don't ever think that I expect it. Okay, I'm just happy to play video games and chill with y'all because your time is valuable, and by being here, you're already spending your time, which has a very high value. Regardless of what others might tell you, I think your time is extraordinarily valuable, and there's a limited quantity of it in the grand scheme of things. So the fact that you're here is more than enough. You've already done so much. Let's continue this positivity by making a sad, strange man over here. Like that we're trying to reach a balance. Like all this positivity, it's like, okay, we have all this happy. We need to counterbalance it with cartoonish, big, sad man person. And I will do that to my darndest. So I haven't gotten to these here. All right, that's too boring. Yeah. We need that for sure. He's kind of doing like that. Like it's like he's constantly pushing his like chin muscles forward. It looks like it would be uncomfortable to hold for more than just a few seconds. Underbite or overbite, by the way. I mean, I think we all know the answer to that question, of course. We could tilt the mouth up or down. See, if I do that, it looks like he's... Yeah, I was going to say, it needs to tilt down to really, really emphasize the sad. Cannot accentuate that enough in my book. Yeah, look at that. Look at how long the nose looks as a result of the schnozzle. Like the nose isn't any bigger, but the lips are like sunken in. It's like his face is caving inside of itself somehow. I feel so bad. He's doing it's the constant whelp, like, yeah, the politician that got caught face. Yeah, that face. We all know it. Anyway, so that's, yeah, I think of this one. Really, it's whatever looks more sad, and I think this one is the winner here. Yeah, we were saying earlier that there was one where it's like, well, one looks sad, but one looks like it's cartoonish sad, whereas this one, I feel like this man's about to just burst into tears. This poor man. And honestly, if I had some creator messing with sliders to make me look like this, I would want to cry too. Jim from The Office, but sad. Yeah. Maybe that's the energy we're going for here. I think we're near the end, my friend's nose. And I don't know if the nose will affect the emotions that much. Okay, I say that. Yeah, that makes the eyes more angulared downwards. Oh my god. Again, after a certain point, he's not even going to have visible oculars. They'll just be folded under his eyebrows and his very questionably shaped cranium. Just the shape of his skull. And the guards, I mean, this man's in prison, so the guard's going to be like, what do we arrest this guy for? And the guy's like, I don't fucking know, but he looks like a menace to society. We can't trust him being out here scaring children with that face. Jesus. You kidding me? Yeah, I think that's the way. This poor man. Like, oh yeah, oh. His face really caved in. It's like a fucking, he took a baseball to the fucking noggin at Mach 7 as a kid, and his face he never got like surgery. or proper treatment, so it's this is just how his body reacted. Oh my god, I'm having way too much fun. I mean, this is a nightmare for him. It's entertainment for me. What's the sadder one? Sadder or bigger? Probably the nose down is sad. Oh, I don't know. That looks more like he's the nostril flaring is like a sign of. I usually I think of it as like a sign of like aggression or like or anger. This is not an aggressive man we're making. If there's any other emotion on display other than just a dismal outlook, then we have not succeeded. Then I have not succeeded. Oh my god, yeah. So Alani will be proud of me. I mentioned to Gracie that the flesh tuber thing. I was like, oh yeah, I learned a new word, flesh tuber, and I was like, yeah, that's when it's just a person with a webcam. so yeah, JD, you called it. Yeah, this is my conversion from flesh to V. From flesh tube to V tube. JD says, yes, join us, Alex. Ooh, it looks like he's going like, ugh. He's making the face like somebody just farted in his vicinity and he's none too happy about none too happy about it. I don't know about that one. That one's like silly. That one's more sad, probably. Aside from it. Man, I hope we get to see our character in cutscenes, his face at least, but I don't think that we will, and I don't think this game has a lot of cutscenes anyway. The cutscenes would really just be talking with people and selecting dialogue options. Nose region, concave or convex? Oh, see, that makes him look happy. No, that won't do. That won't do. Let's get this happy outlook out of here. That's an illegal gamer move. Nose Cellion. I don't even know what that word is. Becomes a super meat boy. Yeah, like just make a VTube model that's like a meat monster just composed of, yeah, like a ham sandwich, some salami, some fucking prosciutto, like just a fucking meat man. So this is okay. So it's this right here. I would say cracked all the way up that way to really accentuate the sad is important. Yeah, that for sure. Shallow or deep? Probably deep. Alex likes it deep. Tell a friend. That looks too normal. We can't have that. We can't have normal. Normal, so boring for a character like this. Shallow or deep? I think I know the answer to this question. You know, actually this makes him look sad. So I need one to be deep and the other to be shallow. Yeah, this is taking some finagling. I bet there are mods that let you set like absolute values for these sliders and not have it be so relative. Green meat boy. Yeah, a green meat boy would imply, you know, food poisoning or at least food expiring. I really am wondering if his eyes are just going to disappear at some point and underneath the skin flaps that he has. Reviewing our other bars. Oh, see, we lost one, yep. Trying to keep it all straight. And more or less at the extremes. I'm a pretty extreme guy, what can I say? And then shallow or deep for the lower Cellion. Extends the range. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, David. I bet there are mods that do such a thing. Customization, yeah. I mean, this is a pretty impressive what's the word? Evolution from Morrowind. Morrowind had like, you know, some customization, but not much. Like this game took it to the next level. And the idea that Morrowind came out like 5 years prior to this game, so a difference of 5 years went from Morrowind to this game is absurd. Like, it's really, really impressive. Just that jump from early 2000s to mid 2000s is it's almost no comparison, really. God, at this point, it doesn't even have. Yeah, I guess that's what this is. This is the Celian. He doesn't even have like a dip. It's just a wall of flesh. You poor man. I'm so sorry. I think this looks more sad. I think that looks more expressive. Thin or wide? Oh my god. All right, so now I'm doing things that are showing the eyes more. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that's more sad looking. As funny as that is, I think that's more, you know, upsetting. Tech leaps over the series, yeah. That's what makes the Elder Scrolls 6, right? Yeah, it's honestly impossible to imagine what Elder Scrolls 6 could possibly evolve into. Because, I mean, Skyrim is, a pretty technically involved game, given when it came out, at least. Maybe not so much nowadays, but back then it was. So yeah, some kind of giant leap forward for Elder Scrolls 6. I probably personally would just not have like gigantically high expectations. Same thing if they were to ever make a Half-Life 3. One of the reasons Valve allegedly is kind of held off on doing a Half-Life 3 is because they don't have as many next big wow factor things like, the early 2000s from the mid 2000s did. Oh, what's up, Irossi? It's good to see you, buddy. And Irossi raises a good point, too. Yeah, Daggerfall to Morrowind, because Morrowind was fully 3D, which was really impressive at the time. But yeah, I'm with Dave. All the way left is the sad one. This probably won't matter as much as Big Nose. Or Small Nose. Small Nose would be... I like the idea of this man having a large head, but of small face. A small, sad face. So I'm tempted to go for the Small Nose. But a big nose is also strangely fitting. What do you guys think? They want something to show. Yeah, it's like they want the wow factor, which I get it. Daggerfall Unity. Yeah, that's... I want to try Daggerfall. And if I were to, it would be the Unity version. I think that's probably the one I would go for. But I don't know if I would commit to a full playthrough because I know there's a lot of game in that game. Personally, I think I might lean towards the smaller nose. Small, sad little nose. Caved into a strange man. Tilted up or down? Yeah, down. Down all the way. No doubt. If you're gonna make a small little nose, you might as well make it fucking a 90-degree angle. That baseball injury sustained as a child. Or like a fucking log just slamming into like a carriage that he was in when he was like a baby. And it just went, like this round object just went, ooh. And this is the result. It's massive, yeah. And then of course a lot of it is procedurally generated as well, so. Yeah, it's like not all of it is explore worthy, but just still, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of game. That's the only thing that's kind of intimidating for me, at least. But yeah, I'll play it eventually. Given how much I love Morrowind, I think it only makes sense to try Daggerfall. Don't know if I would ever need or want to try Arena. But Daggerfall I'd be curious for. So with that, I think we are good to go, baby. A few more adjustments. Yeah, it's kind of like a whack-a-mole thing, you fix one and then something else elsewhere has been skewed. But I think it's good enough. Good enough. There it is. That's the face. Enter a character name. I'll go for... I'm down for other name suggestions, but we'll just start with the current lad. So we got the shape. Over the tone. We can give him facial hair. One or two. The free one, yeah, on Switch. Oh, it's terrible. I mean, there's a few of them that are free, I think. Oh, you might mean the Blades game, I think. The newer free game, as opposed to the old school free games. Luminescent. Oh my. Ah! Oh god. It hurts my eyeballs. What the fuck? So, I shouldn't just go... I shouldn't just go, like, stupid with the sliders. I need to be smart about this. Now this is... Yes, Veritas phrased it well. We'll just call it as having confident angles. Some Voldemort action, yes. Yeah, I don't know if it's on the Switch, but the original Daggerfall Arena and I think Battlespire and Redguard are free on PC, at least, on Bethesda's website. And I think they're on Steam. I don't know if they're on the Switch, but they are on Steam. Yeah, Oblivion, they gave us too much power. What do you guys think? We could probably do about any color combination that we wanted. For better or for worse. We could probably make a purple boy. We can make an orc. A green orc thing. There's a purple man. So we could, okay. Maybe the story here is that this man is sad because he got extensive plastic surgery. He was born a dark elf, and he got extensive plastic surgery, and he wants to be an orc, but he knows he'll never be an orc, so like he's forever sad. A sad grapey boy. A sad purple boy would be befitting for a grape, given that they're round. So that is, you drive a hard bargain, Dave. Should he be a pale, bright grapey boy? I don't know if I want to go like, yeah, probably like not like, not fucking sunflare, but yeah, purple. Purple, yeah, all purple. All day, every day. Oh, he's got anime blush. Look at that. He looks more like zombified there. So purple and blue are at odds. Never the twain shall meet. I had like a good purple earlier. It's more of a pinky. It's red. Now he's mad or embarrassed. Oh, it's because it was this slider. Yeah. So if I go back. Oh, now we can. Oh, okay. Maybe not. I was gonna say. This poor man. Been put through the worst of times. Jesus, just like the charred demonic skin. It's a shame that I can't really see the facial expression too well. Sad demon with silver white hair. So keep the purple. A good purple earlier, and I fucked it. Oh, there we go. That, yeah, something like this. Blades of Skull. Okay, so the older games are not on the Switch, but they're on other platforms, which is nice. It's pretty good. This is a sad purple boy. I'm definitely down for name suggestions for this lad. If anybody has any name suggestions, I almost want to make him even more purple somehow. I could give him very, very flush cheeks. Or I can give him what looks to be a sunburn. It's because they feared us, man. And they were correct to fear us, honestly. Yeah, maybe more like ashen. Like ashen purple. This is such a rabbit hole, man. You could just fuck with this all day. All day, every day. Remember how I said I wasn't going to have maxed out sliders, and we have almost all maxed out sliders. Garnet Hammerhead. Is Garnet like a purple color? Because that like a word for a purple color? Sadge Garnet. Sadge Garnet. I don't watch him as often, but I used to watch a lot of Vine Sauce, and he used to play Second Life before it was banned from Twitch. He's not banned from Twitch, but streaming Second Life is banned from Twitch because there's some NSFW stuff in that game, and zero control over modded content. So you know, and he invented a similarly lumpular sad lad. He was very short and very rotund and had like a speech impediment, and his name was Ralph Bluton, and he was mostly naked. He would walk around in like a Speedo, and he was on a quest for love and or pizza. So and although he retired the character, you know, like a decade ago, people still talk about Ralph Bluton in his community. So it's like we're inventing a new OC. It's gonna look like a pumpkin. He's like a sweet potato, or no, not sweet, but like one of those purple potatoes. There's a word for it. Not an eggplant. There's a purple potato. The word escapes me. It's like a bruised, yeah, tomato grape thing. What's up, Derek? Ube, thank you. Derek got it. Thank you. Yeah, ube potato. And they're delicious, by the way. Gracie and I have cooked some things with them, and they're very nice. I give him a beard. Beard flushed pale. Oh. There's like an implied beard right there. Just that, I think, is fine. Oh, we could... Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Smooth. It's not really a beard so much as it is just like a... It's like there's a flashlight pointed at his chin that's purple. And we're just like dialing up or down the flashlight. Interesting, yeah, this side is much lighter. Maybe it's because of the light in the room. That's probably it. Ashy M's? I do not doubt it. Yeah, I'm probably going to go pretty light on it. Although, giving him a prominent stash is a power play. Maybe a very faint stash, a really faint stash. He's sad because he can't grow a proper mustache, can't grow a beard. Poor guy. I feel like I've made him look more red, though. I want to go back to making him look more purple. Like head on, he looks very purple, but the side profile is more like pink. I don't want him to be sunburned. I want him to be a purpley grape lad. And see, now he's getting more sunburned. This is tricky. It's hard making a purple boy. Yeah, this has to be all the way to the left. Like, there's no way around it. And then now he just looks, like, unwell. There he looks like he's about to keel over. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky doing it right. An unripe grape tomato thing. I feel like I've locked myself into like a... I guess this might just be as good as it gets. It's just he looks kind of sunburnt. Fires of... Yeah, he's an extreme sunburn, maybe. Yo, Arctic! I was secretly hoping you would arrive in time for this fucking disaster. Making an abomination. I was inspired by you, Arctic, with your PS2 monster that you've shown us a few times. I've determined 3 things. We're making him as big as possible and as sad as possible. And also, I'm trying to make him purple, but I'm struggling with the purple element. We've definitely made him big. We've definitely made him sad. He's a dark elf, but you wouldn't be able to tell by looking at him. Elden Ring. Oh, you did show me that. You're right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, if I was living as a rotten vegetable, I'd be a pretty sad lad, too. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I'm trying to look for more purple opportunity. I keep ending up in, like, just dark red territory. And I want him to be a purple boy. A sad purple man. We've done the skin tint purple as much as we can go. But it's tricky. It's tricky trying to do it right, you know? We can make pink, we can make red, but it's hard doing purple. Okay, now he's even more red. Yeah, it's a constant battle. Color blindness, self-eval. Yeah, POV, you're learning you're colorblind to purple, and he's been purple all along. I mean, this one has to be solidly in the right, because if we go over there, it gets into the yellows and greens. The Arctic, if you have that screenshot handy of your Elden Ring monstrosity, you're welcome to post it, because it is a good time. Yeah, this might just be, like, the best we can go with. Just settle for this dark pink with shades of purple kind of in the middle. Let's go back to the beard. Maybe I can heck with it more. Because I can make his... Oh my god, look at this. Look at that handsome beard right there. I give him just a small bit of beard, it's more purple. Oh yeah, no, it's totally understandable, man. It's totally understandable. I appreciate you stopping in, buddy. We get the Arctic Abomination seal of approval. Yeah, it's weird. It makes the ear, it makes everything more purple when you give him a beard. Maybe we just go for a beard. Let's give him a dark ass, purple ass. Okay, maybe not that much, but give him a fucking beard and that just purples everything. His ears. I like the idea of him being sad because he can't grow a beard or a mustache, but just a hint of a beard. Maybe it's not like a full beard. Maybe that's why he's sad. I mean, that is the source of 100% of my power. That's why I haven't shaved in years. I trim, but I don't, you know, I haven't shaved in a while. So it's just a little patchy. Excellent. Eyes. Bruised. I need your eyes to be very bruised, please. Like it's been abused, although his skin is so wonky already. I can't really tell the difference. Dark or light? Whoa! Oh god. Very, very dramatic eyeshadow. Dark eyelids. That is a lot of purple. Eyelids being pale. Wow, it's so wild how eyelids affects so much of the face. Look how more purple that is now. Apparently the eyelids are like 90% of the forehead. Who fucking knew, right? Give him eyeliner. He's so dramatic. I love this. Oh my god. Eyeshadow. It's a lot of eyeshadow. Whoa. Just a little bit of eyeshadow. As a treat. Ah! Light. Ah! Dark. We'll go... It's like it needs to blend in, ideally. If we do it right, he won't even have eyebrows. High or low? Probably low, right? Because that would make him... Oh no, he has like unibrow arch. Yeah, he's got the unibrow that somehow follows his deformed Celian. Thick. Oh yeah, get that thick brow. Very thick. Oh my god. This poor man. Yeah, maybe we just... I don't know. Now I'm going back and forth here. If I'm like overdoing it on this brow adventure, I feel like the prominent unibrow might distract from the purple and the sad. I'm down for feedback or suggestions. Is it a unibrow or his... Yeah, I think the answer is yes. The idea is that there is a unibrow Maybe he like had plastic surgery to try to, well, that'd be a strange way to try to solve that problem. You can just shave your unibrow, or you could try to fold your skin flaps above it to hide it. Thank you, Gabby. I grew it myself, smiley face. We're playing Oblivion for the first time, and I'm spending the first hour and a half of the stream creating a fucking nightmare demon. Nightmare paralysis demon. Those are some fucking caterpillars, man. I don't know. I'm wondering if I'm going to. So again, my strategy here is I want to make him be big, like round, so rotund, sad, and purple. I want to feel sorry for him and also consider putting him in a fruit salad. Can be the whole stream, yeah. That is a risk, given the rabbit hole possibilities here. I'm kind of tempted to dial back the brows. I fear it could be a bit much. Like these I think are fine. Yeah, that's... Yeah, low makes sense. But it's so wild to me how it impacts the whole of the face. Yeah, I think this is what I want to go for. I want to accentuate the sad. So his eyebrows will be thick, but not like so thick that they take up everything. I want to really, really point out the fact that this man is just feeling a little down. I think that's fine. It's still, look how close his eyebrows are to his eyes. It's like my eyebrows, you know, relative to my eyelids are up here. It's like his are like if my eyebrow was like right on the inside of my eyelid. Cheer up, little buddy. It's okay. And then you look at him and you go, okay, maybe it isn't okay. Maybe you have reason to be sad, Mr. Man. Flushed or pale? Probably, okay, maybe not that flushed, but fairly flushed. I want purple. Can I have purple? Purple kissy lips. There we go. Very good. It's like he's wearing makeup. Everyone, their grandma. Yeah, this is... I have not played... In fact, I've only played Morrowind. I've never played Oblivion or Skyrim. So I've been very late to the party. But determined to be better late than never. So I'm hoping to... this to be a juicy playthrough. I'm still at the quest to make him more purple. But again, this might just be the best a hobbit can get. That's pretty purple. That's pretty this might just be it, man. This might be the purple. Sad purple. Take a deep longing gaze into your new god, everyone. our new deed that we must all worship. So we've done all this, right? Oh, we have not. Oh my, there's still so much. Then there's random, but I would heck it all up. No, so that was shape. Then there's tone for beard, eyes. We did eyebrows. So we just did lips. Yeah, so no. Okay, so nose is the only thing left. That's very purple. That's also very purple. Ooh, yeah. That's pretty purple. Derek with the blue bomber. You got it, homie. Red bomber came to begin the stream, and blue bomber is going to take over. Right, blue bomber friend. I like the pose blue bomber has. Whoops. That little hand that's raised up. It's like he's waving hi to us. He's very excited. Oh boy. I'm on stream duty. He's an excited little dude. He says, I'm doing my part. It is my first ever, yeah. Well, maybe, okay, it's not the first ever Oblivion playthrough. I'm not the first person to play it ever, but it's my first ever playthrough. And we're streaming the whole kit and caboodle. And we're starting with this strange man. I would be so sad if I clicked reset by accident. So that's the face. Yes, windswept. That's what I would call this hair. Oh, that's good. Mohawk. Ridgeback. Very solid, very solid. Oh, yeah. I like how he's got that and also male pattern baldness somehow. Yo, what's up, Spirit fans? Yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself, needless to say. Based on this terrifying thing you see before you, my friends. I'm definitely down for suggestions on hair color, by the way. Oh my god, the fucking ice cream swirl. And then there's the Super Saiyan hair. And there's the fucking pioneers, man. The old-timey. Yeah, then there's the male pattern baldness. I like the male pattern baldness with the mohawk. And another cheer from... Is that Fuzzy Bunnies? That is Fuzzy Bunnies. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Fuzzy Bunnies, for the cheer. I owe you many extra life points to be added to the counter, but I actually am physically incapable of alt-tabbing the game right now, so we'll take care of it in a bit. But thank you, Fuzzy. That's so sweet. Thank you for the cheer. That is very, very generous. You think the silver fox look suits him? It is a fun. Yeah, I'm excited to play it. I mean, I launched this game previously just to make sure that it would function, and I've played 0% of it, so I have a general idea of what I'm getting into, but not much of one. So needless to say, I'm very excited. The wild mane. And then the old school look here. There's got the cropped top, very good. So we're back to windswept. So yeah, I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of this a lot. So bright gray. We actually have sliders. So we could even do... We do long? Oh, yeah. So we could do, like, luminescent. This thing is glowing in the dark. Some Cheeto here, you're thinking, like, bright-ass orange? Like it would rub off on my fingers if I were to touch it? The anti... That's the one... That's the price we pay, Irasi, for this monster that we are forming. Or I could give a small. What do you guys think? What do you think is more fitting for his personality? I think small actually might be more fitting. He can't grow a good beard. He can't grow his hair in right. He's just a sad sap, dude. Oh my god, he's Ted. He's Ted from Scrubs. Ted, you're the company sad sack. I am. Ted, your pen exploded in your front pocket. He goes like, oh, it was on his hand and now it's on his forehead. Oh my fucking god. I almost even want to just call him Ted from Scrubs. Holy moly, the punk monk, that's right. Get away from starting it. Yeah, it's like, and I understand why they do it, because given how the character creation is such an important part of the game, it makes sense they would have like a prisoner background. That way they just don't have a background to write around. Because yeah, if you write them being a member of high society and they're Khajiit, well, that wouldn't make sense for the lore, because the Khajiit usually aren't treated that well, or Argonians for that matter. Or if they're like a thief and they're an Imperial, it's like that's not really who are we really fooling here. So I understand why they did it, why they do it that way. How do I get... Oh, we need more red. There we go. I'm like, how do I get orange? Pink. Bright-ass pink. So... Ooh, that's some Fry here. Fry from Futurama. There's a neon green look. I should text Gracie. I should text my fiance. She's a graphic designer and she is really good at like matching colors. And because she's a graphic designer, so that sort of thing. So like, I should ask her, asking for a friend, what would be a good hair color for purple skin? And then with no other context, she'll respond and say, Alex, what the fuck are you doing? Put the hair dye spray can down, Alex. Don't do it. The wrong place at the wrong time. You think it's kind of outdated? You're not wrong. It's especially because it's been so overdone. Yeah, look what a difference the lighting does. Because on this side, over here there is no light. Over here there is, which I think is a deliberate choice. 8-Bit Llama, thank you. Thank you. Oh, 8-Bit Llama, please, you're too kind. But enough about my beautiful face. Let's talk about the video game. Oh, wait. Oh, you were talking about him? Oh, okay, sorry. Anyway, 8-Bit Llama, it's good to see you, buddy. As you might have put together, we're starting our first ever Oblivion playthrough, and we are going down the ceremonial path that is creating a fucking nightmare demon, as one should. The Argonians have a unique aesthetic in this game, that's for sure. Yo, Scarlet's like, wait. Saying nice things to Alex? You gotta call him a nerd and slap him around a little bit. What do you guys think is a good color scheme? We could try other styles, but I'm partial to the Ridgeback, the small Ridgeback. We could go big, like he's a punk rocker, or we could go like he's like he wants to be a punk rocker, but he can't grow his hair that well. If we could do others. Oh, that's the upswept. So this is the downswept. He's so sad. Oh, you're so sad. I feel so bad for you, but not that bad. It's just the male pattern baldness. I think we did succeed in the Cheeto hair, though. This hair looks like I would need to wash my hands after running my hand through it. Or the flowing mane. The flowing mane has some chaotic energy that is befitting for this strange man. I don't even know how to say that word. Tonsure? Tonsure? I guess that's the name for that, I guess the stereotypical monk cut. I don't know if there's any people nowadays that go to the bar where we're like, yo, hook me up with like the 13th century monastery look. And they're like, say no more, fam. I got you. Fire Mage? We are? Okay. For those, I have a challenge. I'm going to issue to you a challenge. For those who were in here earlier, say nothing, okay? For those who have joined at least midway through, or some distance the way through this character creation, can you guess what class this, or I'm sorry, what race this is? Because I don't know if I could, given the monstrosity we've made. If for those who already know, keep it shut. But for those who don't know, I would love to hear the guesses on what class what race you think this is. What's up, CD? Thank you for joining as well. We got all these cool cats in here, man. And I knew this would happen because Oblivion brings in the cool homies, so I knew we would get some cool homies. Some wood elves. Wood elf is actually not that far off. But he is not a wood elf. He's a motherfucking dark elf. I would have never guessed it. I would have either said Imperial, Breton, Wood Elf, or a scrungy ass high elf. He's a motherfucking dark elf. I shit you not. We had to put this man through hours of agonizing plastic surgery, yeah, I could see it in Nord. I could see a very inflated Nord. They like put like an air compressor in his ear and just went to pump it up. Yeah, very. You would think with their complexion that sunscreen wouldn't be a problem, but sure enough, they turn into a grape and they become inflated somehow. Yeah. An absolute dark elf monster. First time Oblivion. It brings out the homies and it brings out the people who are like, oh wait, it's his first time streaming it. That means it's character creation. Let's see what nightmare paralysis demon he ushers forth. All right, so this is our hero. I think this, like I said, I'm down for other hair color suggestions, but I think we're probably going to stick with probably this or some variant of orange. Something to like be fitting for the purple grape-like texture that is this man's exterior. Never played it, yeah. No, I'm excited for my first ever playthrough. I loved Morrowind. It's one of my favorite games ever, and I've played the crap out of it. But I've hardly even seen gameplay of this game. I've watched George, I think George has played it. I know I've definitely watched GV play it, but I've like I would watch it, but kind of like in bite-sized spurts. Like I would be alt-tabbed, so I'd be hearing his stream and I'm listening in, and I can like type in the chat, but I'm not like watching it actively because I don't want to spoil myself. But yeah, I would say, let's see, this is probably good. So yeah, like I said, he is I was not memeing, an actual dark elf. No memes. Wait, eyes, dark elf. Can I give him an eye? Oh, never mind. It locks it. I was gonna say, all right, do I make him old? Oh my god. Right, make him a child. If I do this, he looks like Thanos a little bit. But he's less purple now. Maybe middle age is the strat, like some wrinkles. If I make him super old, then it doesn't make any sense. The idea of him being a sad, purple, rotund, like middle-aged dude who's having a midlife crisis, maybe. Complexion. Oh, we can make him more oh my god, he's so purple now. Oh my god. Where have you been all my life? More purple. Somehow it makes his face bigger. Or actually, yeah, it actually changes the shape of his face somehow. Hey, what's up, Sharky Nebula, rather. Secondhand Oblivion experience. That's right. Yeah, it was I don't live with anybody who plays Oblivion, but I've been around friends who do, so that secondhand exposure might cause some health problems. And this is what happens if you get too much secondhand Oblivion exposure. This too could be your fate, dear viewers. So exercise caution when you're watching my stream. Make sure you're wearing a hazmat suit or at least 2 condoms. No more, no less. Anyway, oh god, his eyes. I'm having a hard time seeing his eyes now, which is kind of a problem because seeing the eyes is kind of a big part of this man's aesthetic. What did I do that fucked his eyes up? I done did something. I'm gonna go back in the face. I need to be able to see his eyes to really accentuate the sad. So be the shape. It's like I think it's the eyebrows. I think that's what it is. What's the other one? I think it was the tone of the eyebrows, yeah. I think I set it too low. Eggplant levels are purple, you're not wrong. Some scrunkles? Scrunkles is a word I've never heard before, but I appreciate it. If Oblivion is right for you, side effects may include exploding diarrhea, screaming erections, nocturnal, wet nightmares, sad purple. Everything is sad and purple. I think really it's gonna be the low versus high. And I want to like dig out. I want to rescue his eyeballs from the depths of his skin flaps, but I don't know how to do it. What did I do? I did something. I'm trying to undo whatever I did that made his eyes disappear. Oh, fuck. Maybe I should just stick with it, you know. We're gonna be here all day if I'm not careful. And I've already been uncareful. I've already been very, very, foolhardy with this whole thing. We definitely need to maintain the purple, and I'm trying to make him look as purple and sad as possible. And large. Can't forget large. Just rotund. I'm gonna try this. Dude, there's no rescuing his eyes. His eyes are gone forever. Oh no, he just looks mad. I think this was probably how I had it. I think. See, now he looks a little bit less sad. See, I keep fucking it up, man. What's up, George? Nocturnal submissions. Thank you. That's what we call it. Yeah, it's like, because you can see, the idea was that if his eye, because, you know, us humans, we're drawn to eyes for facial expressions. So the more expressive, like, puppy dog eyes for the sadness brings it home for us. So, like, by obscuring his eyes, I'm not doing myself any favors. But at the same time, I don't want to be here all day. As tempting as it is. I remember we did this. Yeah, some of these sliders definitely have... You know what? That might just have to be it. Just make them larger. Yeah. Just do that. I'm washing my hands of it. That's it. That's it. We got it. We got our hero. We got it. It's good to see you, by the way, George. Thanks for joining in, buddy. I didn't have to dig out the scalpel. This man was getting nervous. He's in the plastic surgery, like the surgeon bench, and he hears me. It's out like it's like the anesthesia is wearing off, and he hears the plastic surgeon, me, out loud say, "Oh fuck, I gotta dig out his eyeballs out of the skin flaps," and he starts sweating profusely. And then I go, "Oh no, never mind. The swelling's going down," and I put the rusty spoon and the scalpel away. I go, "Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Roll it out of here. I think we're done here." And the guy's like, "Woo, boy. It's a good thing I paid $5 for this back alley plastic surgeon. I can't wait to see how I look. I bet I look just like Brad Pitt right now." And then and then the plastic surgeon hears him say that and goes, "Oh, I must have mixed up the orders, but I think it's close enough anyway." Are you sure you want to be a dark elf? Do you guys have any other suggestions on things we could do to make this man look more purple? One of three things: more purple, more sad, or more round. Because I think we here I'll say this. I think we pretty much got it though. The hero no one deserves. No one deserves him. Nobody wants him either. I cannot believe we made a dark elf look like this. I'm sure there are entire like threads on Reddit and elsewhere of just people making unholy abominations in this game. Just completely nutty. Can I make him look just a little bit older? Yeah, maybe. Oh god, that was unnerving. Did you see his eyes wiggling like that? Jesus. Oh god, he's like shaking his head like, I don't want this. The idea of a midlife crisis purple man just really adds to the sad. I think we're good here, friends. No, I think, what was it? Alina had a name suggestion. It was Sadge Garnet. I'm gonna Google this term. I would alt tab to look it up, but this is a 2006 PC video game on the Windows platform, so alt tabbing is physically impossible right now, unless I were to play in windowed mode. And hopefully that is possible. Garnet, I suppose. Garnet, it's like a, it's a gemstone, yeah. There's many different species of them. Is there a, how do I say it out loud? Is there a pronunciation? Curiously enough, I actually don't see one. Oh, that's probably good enough though. Is it Garnet? That would, I'm assuming it is. Sadge Garnet. That's our hero, friends. And here we are. Almost 2 hours into the stream, and we're gonna play a video game. Holy shit. Press W. WASD, the usual. There's a run button. Now, sadly, I never saw a slider to make myself tall or short. So you best believe I would make myself as short as possible and as wide as possible. Kevin Garnet. If Elgaso was listening and he would say, well, Alex, clearly it's pronounced, and then he would just type the word. It's like when someone's like, Elgaso, how do I pronounce your name? Elgaso always goes, it's pronounced Elgaso, and it's just the word exactly as it's spelled, and he does a smiley face. So I got the punchies. Now, I hate to inform you guys, my hands are not purple. Disappointing. There's a button. Z? Yeah. Yeah. Last per Yorick. Turn the volume up a little bit. Here's our sad little bed. Whoa! I did something. I cast something. Oh, we're a dark elf, so we can summon friends. Or our ancestral spirits. Oh, you're probably right, Derek. So we're probably like average. Yeah, I guess Bosmer would be the shortest. So when you guys all first played this game, whoops. Two questions. How long did you spend fucking around with the character creation application? And then second question, how long did you spend fucking around in the cell, just grabbing things and eating it around and punching things? Oh, there's like different punchies. There's like different moves. Oh, that's cool. Was that like a backhand? My fatigue is low. Makes sense. There's the block. There's also that button. Yep. I need to look up what that does. There's a button for sneak, but I don't know if I have like the ability to sneak right now. There we go. Oh my god, he is so purple. Can I hold tab? Yes! Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Your hero with a head that is we look like a purple pumpkin. I think Rossi called it. We look like a purple pumpkin, and the rest of our body only... Here, let me walk into the light. Our arms look a little bit purple. But that is a very... Well... Yeah, it's a... We're being generous if we're calling our arms purple. There's a... I bet there's like a medical term to describe somebody where like their head is a very unique color and then the rest of their body is just like a normal skin tone. Second playthrough. Oh, really? Oh my god. Yeah, so you can just like grab shit. I don't know what it is on default, but right now I have it set to Z.
You, kinsman. I haven't seen another Dunmer in here, and I don't know how long. Where you from, huh? Vardenfell? You got a wife back home? Tell you what, I'm getting out of here in a couple of weeks. When I get back to Morrowind, I'll look her up. She must be so lonely.
Oh god.
Don't you worry, eh? I'll take care of her long after you're dead. Oh, that's right. You're going to die.
Got a good feeling about this guy.
Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming.
Shout out to this guy for recognizing we're a Dunmer. I wouldn't be able to recognize that. I'd be like, are you a grape lad? Cool. I'm making a fruit salad.
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
My job right now is to get you to safety.
I recognize that
What's
voice.
this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open.
Look at this dramatic
Stand back,
scene.
prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt. Prisoner, stand away from the door. Over by the window now.
I apologize to anybody who loves this game and wants to be this to be like a very dramatic
Let's go. We're not
kind
out
of scene.
this yet.
Because I'm turning it inadvertently into a meme fest.
Let
So
me see
apologies.
your
Whoa.
face. You are the one
Zoom in.
from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
Only one option, by the way. Yo, it's a 5 finger. It did. It did. Yeah, looking at the uptime, we're at an hour 50.
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along
Remember the
secret
blades from
escape
Morrowind?
route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
I mean, I don't know if our guy has amnesia. The player can put together who this person is. Yeah, I'll play dumb.
I am your emperor, Uriel Scepter.
I'm your emperor,
In the
motherfucker.
face of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler.
What's up,
You are a
George?
citizen of Tamriel.
I've seen your face
You
before, and
too
man, it was not a
serve
good thing to
her in your own
experience.
way.
Sorry, I'm talking over Jean-Luc Picard. I need to be more respectful.
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for. You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please,
Sounds
sire,
encouraging.
We must keep moving.
I can't move. There was the button.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Looks like this is your
This
lucky
doesn't
day.
concern you,
Just
prisoner.
stay out of our way.
You say that. So let me do this. I'm going to save real quick, and I'm going to exit so I can attempt a few things. For one thing, I have to add a bunch of extra life points because we had some very generous cheers and a gift sub, a high five from Lunatic Chef. So thank you again, Lunatic Chef, for your incredible generosity. Save successful. So I'm going to quit out because, again, I cannot alt-tab while this game is running. I'll experiment with this off-stream to see if there's a way to do it. But I'm going to keep streaming, obviously. I'm sure I just said exit game. But, I'm going to do a couple things. I also need to change my audio settings because I know you guys could hear everything okay, but I actually could not hear when they did the zoom in part. I actually couldn't hear the dialogue. I could see it was coming on the waveforms though, so I know it was coming in clear for you guys. So let me do that. Go ahead and do this as well. So let's scroll up. Actually, I can just scroll up over here. Because we had many very nice things. And J-Blob, also J-Blob subscribed, which was so nice. Thank you again, J-Blob, for that resub. It's very, very generous of you, my friend. And yeah, Mega Team up hit us with 600 bits. There's 6 points right there. And Lunatic Chef with the high five. Oh, and Fuzzy also hit us with the 500 bits. So it's 25 more points from Lunatic Chef. So yeah, that brings us to 162. So needless to say, I need to do an extra life donation because we are well above the requisite amount. Knock that out real quick. This will be real fast. That's right. Now our emperor recognized us and like called us out and like, you know, addressed us in like pretty you know, not overly generous terms, but pretty friendly terms, all things considered. And the guard's like, "Fuck you, prisoner. You're nothing." It's like, dude, come on, man. Me and the Emperor were just broing out just now. So anyway, give me 1 sec. Once the notification fires, I will subtract 100 points from the counter. Doing a $5 donation to my own Extra Life fundraising page, just using my own money, because I have this little formula in the top left. Every stream I do is a charity stream. This one is no different. The screenshot, D-Man. It's the one from D-Man in Skyrim. Ooh, it says there was a problem accessing the item. Yeah, I gotta get this there right here. So, it says, whoops, sorry, error processing the request. Refresh. Yeah, no dice. Anyway, so that's still doing its thing. Yeah, push-ups, yeah. Yeah, I do not miss the push. Whoa, that was loud, sorry. Woo, that was loud, sorry about that. I do not miss the push-up system we used to have. This is a more expensive but nicer solution in many ways. So with that, audio's fixed, we're caught up on that stuff. Let's get back to the games. The floor cam, that's right, the floor cam, yeah. When I would physically move my webcam down with my old webcam, that is. Try again. That's fine. Boop. This one from D-Man. Right in the eyeball. Brutal. Search the bandit. Well, I wonder if there's anything in her eye socket. Probably not much now. That was a good shot, Mr. D-Man. Good shot indeed. Alright, let's go back to this one. Relaunch. Yeah, I Rossi, Elgaso, like a lot of the old timers remember. For those who are unaware, I used to have it where I had a similar like system where as people would support the channel and would raid or subscribe or add or cheer bits or donate to Extra Life, I would, instead of adding Extra Life points, I would add push-ups to a counter. And I would get down on the floor and do push-ups, and I would move the webcam down so you could see me physically doing the push-ups. And I did them like slow and like agonizing. I fucking did that shit. And without exaggeration, there was at least one instance where the push-up counter went over 1,000, and I fucking did them all. Over the course of many streams, mind you, but we did that shit. But after a while, I felt like it was like interrupting the gameplay. It was just not conducive for a good stream, in my opinion. So, but I wanted to keep some kind of like the people supporting me does something, you know, as people follow, as people cheer, that kind of thing. It still does something to the channel in, like, you know, a positive way. You need a key. I want to like talk shit to that guy, kind of like, what's the button to piss aggressively in his direction? Well, regardless, we have a path open, so I say we follow that shit. Can I take the torch with me or something? Nope, it's bolted to the wall. Yeah, I remember that shit, ironically. I remember, I tried the pull-up bar once, too, and then I kind of tweaked my wrist for like a week or two. And it's fine now, but it was, yeah, that was, well, it's mostly fine now. It's like, every once in a while, I can still feel a little bit of a twinge. But I think it's more just me getting old, honestly. And yeah, there was one time in particular, I did over 100 push-ups in a single stream. In my, because I was doing Pokemon Puzzle League, and every time I lost, I would do 10 push-ups. And by the 10th loss, my arms were rubber. I physically could not do them anymore. I would just fucking collapse. Yeah, Rossi, bringing back the good old days, man. Fond memories. Now, it's a little bit dark on my screen. How's it look on your guys' end? Like, when I go down this way, I guess it's supposed to be dark, but feel free to let me know if there's ever, if you're ever like, oh god, it's too dark or too bright. I'm always down for suggestions. Interrupting gameplay is a good excuse to be late. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was like fun for a bit, but I feel like it overstayed its welcome after a while. I like how the Emperor's armed. Can I help? Oh god, I can't fight these guys. You kidding me? Oh, I was gonna try to sneak around, but
Are you all right?
can I steal their armor?
We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry, Sadge.
Oh.
But we have to keep moving.
Will I get in trouble for stealing her shit?
Maybe waiting for us here.
Don't know, but there's too much.
It's an Elder Scrolls game, so you gotta loot everything. Thank you. Thank you for the heads up on that. Yeah, it's very helpful. It's very gray. Well, Bethesda. Do I just want to leave a bunch of naked lads? The answer is yes. No, I won't be able to do this forever, and these probably don't have much value anyway. Have to take the healing, though.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blade.
Interesting that, yeah, the armor is not retrievable, which would probably be a little bit overpowered, honestly. I think they had the enchanted armor stuff. The, can't remember what they call it in Morrowind. More like you... It just warped away. I think it must be a loading zone. Like you summon in armor or weapons, and it disappears after the spell ends or after you die, so nobody can pick it up afterwards. Like imbue armor or something like that. Oh. Okay, my hands are very purple. Oh, I have a sword, don't I? Oh god. That awkward moment when I don't know how to access my inventory. Whoa! Oh, Lunatic Chef, thank you for giving the sub to Scarlet. Thank you, my friend. I can put the vendors, yeah. I would usually do that as well, and I did a lot of that in Morrowind. But I know in this game, selling stolen goods, it's like a lot harder. It's a lot trickier, so I don't really know if it's a viable strat in this game as much. Thank you, Lunatic Chef, by the way. That's another gifted sub, and you can see right there it says, Lunatic Chef has gifted many, many subs here, so thank you, Lunatic Chef. That's so very kind of you, my friend. And of course, we all love Scarlet. She's awesome, so we're all happy that she's here, and we're happy to give our friends nice things like gift subs. So we got our journal. So the Ike, yeah, I was thinking the same thing in Morrowind. I think it was right click, but in this game I was trying I. Maybe I don't have the inventory unlocked yet. Oh, here we go. It's in the journal, apparently. Equip armor and weapons. So eventually we'll select these things, most likely. These are current stats. Which will probably... Well, actually, our stats might not be affected by our class. They'd be more of this kind of stuff, honestly. Hand-to-hand's getting there, though, already. So, one-handed blades. Okay, so yeah, this is one thing that I've heard about in this game is that a lot of things are simplified, for better or for worse. So, I know there's like no. I think there's no longer medium armor. Because in Morrowind there was light, heavy, and medium armor. I think in this game there's just no medium. And I think, is it just like one-handed blade? No, actually, I think maybe it's just even blade now. Yes, this is all the skills in the game. So that's one thing I do miss, is that in Morrowind there was greater complexity, and I liked that complexity. Others did not, which is fine. Oh yeah, real close. But I liked all the possibilities there. So anyway, so our blade skill's 15. It's, you know, fine. It's sufficient for now. So back to here. I'm guessing this is the value. This is the weight, this is the damage, I'm guessing. And this is the durability. Wow. Yeah, that looks like it would do more damage, alright. You would think it'd be more valuable, just based on how it looks. Or a black market. Oh, really? Because, yeah, if there would be black markets. Because, yeah, I've heard that, like, stolen goods are like, marked as such, and other vendors just won't buy them from you. Because in Morrowind, that's how you made fat money, dude. You would just loot someone's shit and then just go sell it all off somewhere else, and they would never know. I can unshackle the wrist irons. They provide no benefit. These would make us look cool. There we go. That's looking pretty solid. Of course, they don't, to my knowledge, provide any armor. I could remove my pants. Oh, wait, never mind. So this is... So there we go. Can I have that and... There we go. So, okay, so you have to wear pants underneath the robe. It doesn't let me wear a robe with no pants underneath. It's probably for the best. It requires pants at that point. And a few potions. A torch and a bone. Maybe the bone is inside of us. The real bone was inside of you all along, Alex. Okay. And of course, we'll eventually find armor. What is our armor situation stat-wise? Heavy armor would not be great for us. Light armor would be better. Is there an unarmored stat? Might not be, actually. There's hand-to-hand. For no weapon. It's a shame there's no unarmored stat. I always liked that in Morrowind. It was harder to get going, but like once you had a pretty good unarmored stat, you would be... You would actually like have like not horrible defense. So anyway, so yeah, light armor is what we'll ultimately go for. So here we are. And sure enough, some of these attacks cost quite a bit of fatigue. You know, that's like a charging forward kind of attack. Yeah, we don't have a class, right? Yeah, so we're just based on only racial bonuses and nothing else. I hope Uriel Septum is okay. I'm just fucking around and, you know, gallivanting around in my first dungeon. Not even my first dungeon, but my first, just area. Oops. There we go. It's a little bit jarring in third-person view, not gonna lie. I guess first-person view is probably, like, easier to play in a lot of ways. Acrobatics, look at that. Can I just slap the door? No, I cannot. Meaning a katana in Dark Souls. Yeah, I never actually used katanas in Dark Souls, and I really ought to have. So we don't have any lockpicks. So the I button does not bring up our inventory. Let's see if I have an inventory button, actually. I might. Just the journal. Yeah, so journal is where all things live. Yes, unless I can pick a lock with a well-placed bone or well-placed torch. I'm just gonna assume that bone's gonna come in handy for something. Dressed like the assassins. Yeah, and I'm chasing Aerial Septum. This definitely won't come back to haunt me in any way. Needs a key. Yep. By the way, check the rats. Get the rat meat. Sure. Why the hell not? Can I pick up the rats? You can... Yeah, kinda. You can... They're I guess they're kind of heavy, and they're quite large. I don't know if I'd want to pick up a rat myself. What about by the tail? You can't really do much. You can slide them around, but yeah, it's like you can't just... Like in Half-Life, Alex, just grab them and like twirl them around. Yeah, I think the face does give us away. It's probably for the best that I don't have any ambitions to make this person a sneaky character. I don't think we'd be fooling anybody. The ratto over there. Giant, maybe not giant, but rusty iron war axe and some gold. So some schmovement. Fucked him up. No other scaries down here. Take your meats, thank you very much. And then check out the stats on myself for that one for one thing. How we do with axes. Miracles are good. In Dark Souls 3, yeah. Yeah, in Dark Souls I only really did melee. I never really went into spells. I did very light healing, but it wasn't ever a thing I like relied upon ever, so. If I were to ever do Dark Souls again, I would probably do some kind of spellcasting thing. Axe. See, oh, would axe be a blunt weapon? Oh, it is. Okay, interesting. I mean, I get it. It's a big weapon. I think it's sharp at the end, so I don't really consider it as being blunt, but sure. So level 10 for that, and then blades are 15. So blade is we're more proficient. Oh, yeah, we wouldn't do as much damage. I think it would do pretty good damage if we had higher stats, but we don't, so it doesn't. And again, apologies to anybody who knows this game really well, because I will inevitably be very slow. So I appreciate I'll preemptively appreciate your patience when I'm sure there are times where you'll be like, oh my god, Alex, get the show on the road, man. Holy moly. Our first lockpick, by the way, and another torch. And a shield. And a bow. So we're getting kind of a taste test of all the weapon types. Soak it in, baby. Just drink it in. Delicious. I did. Yeah, that was my first ever character, and I was a walking, slow block of metal that, you know, functioned. I don't know if I functioned well, but we did things. Also, Supernova, thank you very much for that raid. That's very generous. I would give you a shout out, Supernova, but I cannot alt-tab. So I would ask one of my mods if you could give us the assistance. Ogasso's got us. Thank you, Ogasso. Supernova, thank you very much for that raid. Supernova is a fellow variety streamer, and you were doing some Link's Awakening. That sounds awesome. Thank you very much, Supernova. We're in the midst of my very first ever Oblivion playthrough. We started a little whiles ago. We spent about an hour and a half in the character creation, so, you know, the usual kind of new Elder Scrolls experience. Well, new to me at least. But this game came out in 2006, so I'm only 16 years late to the party. But anyway, for Link's Awakening, I'm curious, is it a first playthrough for you as well? And also I'm curious if it's the original or if it's the remake that's on the Switch. Because Link's Awakening is one of my I would say Link's Awakening is my favorite 2D Zelda game. It is extraordinarily good, and I love it so much, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. We're in the first kind of little dungeon area after being more or less let out of prison. So you find a lockpick, of course. Move the pick upward into a tumbler. I mean, we could try this. It's not going to go well for us, most likely. So you move the pick upwards, and then when you click the mouse, secure it in place. And I know after so much jiggling, the lockpick will break, obviously. Upward into a tumbler when it reaches the top. The lock. Click the left mouse and it's secured in place. Yeah, so we'll oh, it's gonna try us now, actually. Okay. So click the mouse. Okay, hold on. Is the idea we have to like push it upwards, right? Oh, there we go. But they literally mean like push the mouse, not click. It's not sticking. That's what she said. Oh, I get it. There we go. Then you click. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna like I said, I will preemptively apologize. I know I'm a slow learner sometimes, but we'll get these things figured out. So we've seen what lockpicking looks like. It's not just an RNG chance like it is in Morrowind. There's some mechanics here. Remake, and it's your first one. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. Supernova. Wish it was the original. It's a good question. How would you stream the original? Because it is on the 3DS, but streaming from 3DS is tricky. I guess it's always emulation, but yeah, I love Link's Awakening, and I've heard the remake is very, very good. So I hope you enjoy it. And of course, a lot has been said about it. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'll just say I love it. The dungeons are fun. Like it's one of those games where, because it was made for the Game Boy originally, there's not they couldn't make a very large area, like couldn't make like a very large world. So I feel like every tile, like every screen on the game is interesting. They really made that game utilize every possible chunk of the Game Boy as they could, and they utilized it well. And because every like screen has something interesting on it, it's just such a rich and like joyous experience. And there are some feelsy moments too, dude. I fucking love Link's Awakening. Holy moly, this conversation makes you want to play it, man. It's so good. Fourth dungeon, yeah, it's challenging too. I mean, I'm a fucking scrub, dude. I get my ass kicked by 2D Zelda games frequently whenever I play them. So I got my ass kicked by many a boss in Link's Awakening, and even some dungeons. But I love it so much. I hope you'll enjoy it as well. Let's see how bows work, by the way. So let's go into our inventory and equip it now. Maybe I'll fall in love with how bows work. I don't know if I'll like it more than like magic allegedly might go. So I don't have any arrows equipped. I'm guessing I have to do that too. There we go. Practice with your bow. There's a bucket near the well. Alright. I see a bucket, and I see a well nearby. So, it projects as one would expect. Yeah, the one thing I will say about Morrowind, as much as I love it, is that the combat in Morrowind is full of jank. And there's a lot of opposed die rolls. It's like in Dungeons and Dragons, you can swing your sword at a bad guy, but if you don't break their AC, it's gonna miss, or it's gonna glance off their armor. That kind of thing happens in Morrowind, and you may think to yourself, well, that's bullshit. My axe physically connected, so therefore it should have hit. But opposed die rolls, so it connected kinda, but it didn't damage them per se. That kind of bullshit is, I think, not as much of a thing in this game. So, if a weapon connects, it's going to do something, but if your stats are low and your equipment is shitty, it might not do much. And retrieve arrows, which is nice. I don't know if there's a way to switch weapons. Mouse wheel is like zooming in, zooming out. Let's see if there's a quick weapon switch option. But the answer might perhaps not be. Oh, I see. So the mouse buttons, okay. Yeah, not a lot of buttons in this game. Well, there's, relative to Morrowind, at least not as many. And I can't help but find myself comparing this game to Morrowind, given that it's all I know, but soon I'll be comparing Morrowind to this game. Like, this will be the golden standard for me. The formula for the die. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can assume that, higher numbers means more gooder damage and more gooder chances at doing things. But it's not guaranteed. So yeah, the die roll is obscured, and sometimes a success or a failure is kind of opaque. I think I said, yeah, that's going to be the damage dealer. Is there durability in this game? Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's the durability right there. Of course, Supernova. And again, thank you very much, Supernova. For anybody listening in or watching it, if you like Zelda games and you want to see somebody experience Link's Awakening, one of my favorite Zelda games ever for the first time, your homie Supernova's got you covered. Because it sounds like if they're at the 4th dungeon, they've probably got a ways to go still. RNG stuff, yeah. Yeah, I always love Morrowind, but I, in the same breath, will also acknowledge I totally get when people say they don't like it, because I love it, and I embrace the bullshit, but understand when others are less enthused. And now, I can't just carry everything forever, by the way. I'm grabbing everything I see. It is the Elder Scrollsian way, but I will acknowledge that it's, it's good to try out new weapons, that kind of thing, but after a certain point, I'll have to be a little bit more choosy. They were out pretty quickly, yeah. Understandable, especially the, the starting kind of finds that we're getting. So far, yeah, damage-wise, this thing's our best bet. Club would be good if you're all about a one-handed blunt weapon choice. Is there a way to equip a torch? I have many torches. It's kind of neat. Yeah, look at that. Utilizing that Xbox 360 era high dynamic range. Little goblin friend. Some scrolls, an iron key, some lockpicks. I think I'll leave the club. Excuse me. Flaws are very glaring. Yeah, I mean it was great for its time, and it was groundbreaking, and it was ambitious. And I would say what I would perceive are its flaws were just a sign of the times. It's just how PC games and adventure games did it with like the combat, because a lot of it was opposed die rolls. But yeah, those differences become more glaring when you compare it to Oblivion. Like, if for people who started with Oblivion or Skyrim, going back to Morrowind is rough. If you started with Morrowind and then you go to Oblivion and Skyrim, it's a more smooth transition. And thank you, Lunatic Chef. Yeah, I'm enjoying it already, buddy. Oh, very good, Ogasa. Very good. I'm a fan. I encourage these things. So we have selected spells and whatnot. Let's see what spells we have. We probably don't have a ton. Magic tab. That's not the magic tab. Here it is. So, oh, we do have a distant cast spell, and we have Cure Minor Wounds. So we have some basic healing and damaging. We also have a couple scrolls for good measure. That'd be for a big fire vulnerable thing. And also no sense of direction. Yeah, same Elgaso, and I got lost frequently in Morrowind. But I found like I kind of liked getting lost in Morrowind because it would lead me to areas I wouldn't otherwise discover. But you're right, that the no map markers kinds of things. Some people love it, other people are like understandably have limited patience for that kind of thing. So we can have only one spell equipped for this one and see what this one's like. So it casts it like, so you don't have to switch to like casting mode like you do in Morrowind. You can cast with the weapon held hand. When it's on your own terms, right? It's like, I have a goal, I would like to accomplish this goal, please, and like move on to the next thing. Morrowind's one of those games where, yeah, you're traipsing through the daffodils, looking for a quest, and you go off track, you get lost, you find a dungeon you didn't mean to find, you explore that, like you do all these things, and then you go, what was it doing again? You check the journal. The journal is kind of hard to navigate, at least in the base game it was. So like the journal is frustrating to navigate, and like the descriptions for things are sometimes not clear. So you get more lost, and then you go back to the guy that gave you the quest to get more information, but they don't have any more information. So you might even get pissed off and look it up online. Like it is, this whole sequence is ingrained into my brain, for better or for worse. By the way, we have armor this time, so we'll check that. So yeah, so I'm guessing this means like what armor. Here we go. Yeah, this kind of stuff. Oh yes. Would you believe, dear viewer, that this outfit right here gives me more protection than this? I guess it kind of makes sense. Oh, sorry, sweetie. The wrist irons stay on during sex. The implication that you cannot wear wrist irons with a robe. It's like, sorry, I gotta strip completely naked if I'm gonna enjoy these wrist irons. Wrist irons on his hip. Let's do this. Get the shield in here. It occupies the shield slot. That makes sense. Okay, well, sad to report he does have pants on. This one is a little better. Oh, it looks nicer too. And this would be heavy armor. This is light armor. So light armor will eventually be better for us. I'm actually almost wondering if I should just go for light armor. Because these are... Oh, that's heavy as well, actually. Never mind. Because, yeah, thinking about what kind of character I think I might lean towards, I would probably want to do some kind of spellcaster who can do melee in a pinch. So, I don't know if heavy armor really makes sense for that kind of idea. So, I would maybe lean more into the lighter stuff. But, again, in that same breath, I don't have any light greaves. So, that's what we'll just go with. The journal in Morrowind, yeah. I'm in the base game, it was rough because in the expansion they added the index where you could at least search on terms. In the base game, you just had page up, page down, that was it. Or I guess page forward, page back. So it was, we call it a simpler time, if we're being generous. These have no use. Can I drop it like it's hot? Probably a button for it. Right click. I can still wear my hood, actually, so that's pretty cool. F, Z, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's continue forward. The tutorial will probably inform us of more things. Oh, right, zoomed in. There we go. We're looking like a proper adventure with mismatched gear and everything. Reduces spit. Ooh, that's a good point too, Fivinger. Yeah, so if I'm wanting to be at least something of primarily a caster, then it behooves me to not have stupid armor. Just medium stupid armor. Two-handed warrior. That's the thing, like, and I'm down for suggestions. If there's anybody who is like, oh, Alex, this kind of character is super fun to play, I'm down for suggestions. I'm leaning towards some kind of spellcaster. The idea of like a giant two-handed bastard thing that just, you know, beats the shit out of things and sends bad guys flying is also appealing, but I would lean towards magic-y times. Shift click. Oh, thank you, Algasso. That's it, yeah. So the things that have no value, they are safe to drop. We could keep our wrist irons for old time's sake, but there we go. Drop like a rock. Thank you, Algasso. Big badass orc. How's about a small, round, sad, purple elf? Is that the next best thing, Elgasso? I think it is. Some kind of spell sword. The tricky thing about spell swords in some, you know, fantasy realms. Excuse me? It just ran right by me. Oh, you're fighting a thing. Okay, hold on. I'll one battle at a time. I don't try to come back and surprise me. But this button. Think about like spell swords in games like this, or like in universes like this. I'll take your bone in your skull. Unknown effect. Yes, I'll take it because it's valuable. There's like a word for it. There's like a proverb where it's like you should either commit to like one discipline and be good at it, or like be mediocre at both. So I feel like I should commit to, you know, being primarily one or the other, and the other one is like secondary. So it's like primarily spells, and if something closes the gap, I've got swords to like try to keep my enemies closer, so to speak. But I'm not. It's not like a first line of defense. So having an offhand strat is the idea, but yeah, thank you. But having a specialty is probably what I would want to strive for. You're a fan of Elder Scrolls Online? I don't think that's weird at all. I think Elder Scrolls Online is pretty well regarded by most by this point. I think there was a time where... Oops. Oh, F. Oh, that's what that is. So that allows us to extract our torch. But yeah, it seems like Elder Scrolls Online nowadays has a mostly pretty positive reputation. I know George plays it a lot. I mean, I have a couple friends that play intermittently. And I never hear anything bad, per se, so I take that as a good sign. There we go. Restoration increased. It's our bottom left corner. The heals that we're getting. And I know mana slowly, very slowly replenishes. But I go back to that. I do miss in Morrowind the ability to like toggle spells without going into a menu. There was like a separate scrolling to the next spell thing in your list. And then also I'm going to miss alchemy. Because I don't think... Well, actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe alchemy is in this game, but not in the way that I think it is. Yeah, no alchemy. Damn. Alchemy was such a broken skill, but you could do some very fun and stupid things in that game. Lit his ass up. Of course, these are just basic level rats. Pretty meager damage. TBH. So right now, we're big dick swinging, but eventually we're gonna have to encounter some scary things, like other characters, for instance. Other NPCs and such. I'll take all those things. We are becoming fairly encumbered, by the way, so... And I've yet to fail a spell chance, but that is... a spell casting, but that is the thing we'll have to deal with eventually. Also, once my inventory fills up, I'm gonna just fucking drop 900 pounds of rat meat. It's just all gonna clump in front of me. A bunch of loud thuds. Does Skyrim have alchemy? Because I'm guessing it's not in this game. And I would have assumed it's not in Skyrim either. That's where those potions were. Also, I'm trying to not commit the newbie mistake of like running and jumping everywhere, because that is a great way to quickly drain your stamina. I think a lot of us had our first moment of frustration in Morrowind when we tried to, like, we would be sprinting everywhere and we would notice that their stamina, or I guess they called it fatigue, would go down. And we would think, okay, if my fatigue goes empty, that means I can't run anymore. Then fatigue gets to empty and you go, oh, I'm still able to run. I guess there's no downside to having a 0 fatigue or 0 stamina bar. Then you go for melee attacks and you can't hit anything. You're trying to cast a spell and all your spells fail. So, like, the game isn't always abundantly clear about how that impacts things. So that is a rookie mistake I would rather avoid this time around. Ooh, sneaky. Up. Up. Damn, that's tricky. Can I skip one? Oh, so it's like a timing thing. Kinda. So you want it to like stay in place, right? That's not it. I have 14 picks left. So with Skyrim, oh, so it does have alchemy. Okay. Walking was slow in Morrowind. Yeah, it really was. Even if you had speed pretty high, it was a struggle. So I'll confess, I think I might have forgotten something here. I'm down for suggestions. How would we had it earlier. We can bop one up and then click the mouse. And it, you know, clicked it into place. But how would I get them to stick? Because clicking the mouse doesn't place anything. It just tries to yank the door, which causes it to break, obviously. I can do that, but I can't go, like, move to the next notch quickly. Yeah, it takes a second to move to the next notch. Of course, these are already in place. Maybe this is a sign that I don't have the skills or the tools to open this. The minivans? This minivan... Oh, the mini game, you mean rather. Yeah, the minivans. I was like, what in the world? Yeah. Because I get the thing where it's like, you click it and it locks in place when you have only one remaining, but I don't know how to get them to stick. So if nobody knows... Actually, the fact that other people are also mystified makes me feel better. Because my knee-jerk reaction is like, I'm a dummy, and I don't know shit. How do I close? Tab? I don't have a mouse. Jump. Right-click, left-click. Enter. E, F. Oh no. How do I leave? Oh, I do have a mouse. Okay, there it is. It's like, oh no, what do I do? Minivans, yeah. You, you like crack into a van that's on the side of the highway, and you have to like crack it up with a crowbar or something. It's just really finicky. Piling up yeah, corpses in the minivan. Accurate. I don't know what I'm picking up, by the way. Helmet, hell yeah. This looks like cheese and bones and a warhammer. Oh, over encumbered. There it is. Only a matter of time. Let's determine some things, shall we? Oh, yes, I'm quite aware. And it is my own, it's my own doing this thing that I doodly do. I'll keep that guy. This thing is hilarious, but not worth it. It's expensive, or valuable rather. I guess if I could escape with it, it'd be worth some coin. Yeah, Llama says just kind of finicky. Yeah, I do not doubt that in the slightest. Gonna remove this one so we can expose that noggin. That handsome, handsome man. I'm gonna commit a cardinal sin and partly obscure his beautiful hair. I know I missed it already as well, friends. We got a cool shield. I'm gonna stick with the light one. Man, yeah, the light one because of the less spell chance shenanigans. Except that one is still worth some coin. One's 40, one's heavy. Cheese wedges, lettuce, rat meat, tomatoes. That is a very orange tomato. When it falls slowly, click it to... Oh, when it's falling slowly. Thank you, Agasso. That's the strat, yeah. My hubris or my hue... The hue of my skin. Thank you. Thank you, D-Man. That's a good one. So let's go back and try that again. First. Any other takers? Take some gold. I mean, it's well, it's not that valuable, but it's not useless, but nah. Hold off on that. Let me attempt. Oh, it's over there. Zapped his booty. Yeah, let's go back over here and try that again. This means I should definitely sprint and reduce my stamina. So it's falling slowly. Oh, slower. Nope. Shit. This is tricky. Maybe I start with this one over here. The tumbler falls slowly. Click the mouse to lock it. Isn't slow. Wonder where, like, when I click. That was too early. Damn. When it's at the top. Goes up slower when it's gonna fall slower. It's like when it goes up, it's instant. It's like, bam, it just ticks. Yeah, it's tricky. 8-Bit Llama says it's finicky, and we don't really have a lot of skills in security, so, or lockpicking rather. So we just might not have, like, you know, the skill set to deal with this, player-wise or character-wise. But to recreate characters from D&D, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of archetypes in mind necessarily. I have friends that are very creative when it comes to making D&D characters that do have very cool archetypes in mind, but I tend to be pretty basic in that sense. It's at the top. Yeah, it's really funny. I think I'm washing my hands of it for now, and just like accepting that I probably don't have the skill numbers for it. Here, let's return. So it's not called security anymore, is it? It's probably called like lockpicking. Sneak. Oh, is it not a skill? Oh, don't I feel dumb? It's not a skill anymore, I guess. So it's player skill. Oh, it's a skill issue. Fuck. It was me all along. I'm not that surprised. Yeah, there's not a skill for it. So there is kind of like a pattern. Oh, maybe you have to like do it in a certain order. This one. Well, I have 2 more lockpicks. So let's see. I was trying. Maybe I should try the middle one first. Well, I got 1 more. Maybe I should save my 1 more. I've burned through like 4 of them. Also, I apparently clicked into my OBS window earlier, unknowingly. Let me do this. I'm gonna alt-tab real quick. Oh my god, I can alt-tab. Holy shit. Holy shit, it's a miracle. Alright, so yeah, earlier, I'm gonna take gifted a sub. Holy shit, I'm able to alt-tab and the game is letting me do things. Pattern to the speed. Oh, okay, so that's not the issue. Oh, was it in there? Oh, am I just a dummy? Because it's not alphabetical, so it's like I keep glancing over it. There it is. Yeah, there it is. So it is a skill. Yeah. Level novice. Accurate. So slow falling or fast falling is the pattern. Yeah, that's finicky. We'll need to stockpile these things and just get good. But I'll leave my one lockpick that way if we find any more single difficulty chests to open. We can at least get that guaranteed. Already looked at that one. We zapped the rat that was up here. Anyway, so we can have some light. So I can get all my rat meats. This purple-faced man would insist on a diet that is exclusively involving rat meat and wheels of cheese. Wedges of cheese, at least. That is satisfying. In Morrowind, it took like a bajillion years for you to be able to like cast your first spell. Because unless you put everything into spell casting, you were gonna fail all of your first like 12 attempts at least. So you would expend your whole magicka bar 3 times over. You'd have to rest for like 12 days to get all your magicka back. Those were dark. Those were simpler, in some ways darker, but certainly simpler times. Oh, okay, so you cannot smack with the torch. I think that also is how it works in previous games. Anything else here? How's about this, friends? I need to use the little hobbit's room. So I will... Now, in fact, I'm going to save while I'm here. In fact, this is a Elder Scrolls game, so I should be saving every so often anyway. The goofy older games, yeah. It's, well, I say that, I mean, this game came out in 2006. So, by some measure, this game... I almost don't want to say this out loud, but some would call this a retro game, which strikes my soul, man. Again, I was in high school when this shit came out, man. I remember the hype, and by that point, I had played Morrowind, so I was hyped for it too, but I didn't have a computer that could run it. I didn't have an Xbox 360 or a PS3, so my options were limited. It's your favorite game, Well, that's awesome, man. We're all older gamers, all right? We're all old gamers. Actually, I think I might be the oldest one here, and you don't have to share your ages with me if you don't want to, friends. But I will, I mean, I've said it before, I'm 33 years old, and I know I'm older than at least some of y'all, so I can make all the old jokes I want. When we were streaming Gartic Phone, not yesterday, yesterday's Gartic Phone was fine. Yesterday's Gartic Phone stream was perfectly okay, but I streamed Gartic Phone a few weeks ago, and we had a bit of an unpleasant experience. There were some jokers that tried to, you know, cause a ruckus, and I don't so much mean like a casual ruckus. They were trying to, you know, get racial slurs in there, hateful imagery. It was a lot. It was a lot, and very boldly they were streaming themselves doing so, and even more boldly so, they had their VODs saved, which is a setting you have to manually activate on Twitch. That is turned off by default. So they went out of their way to allow people to like see, you know, evidence of their bullshittery. Needless to say, their channels got nuked into orbit, obviously. But there was a point where, but I was one of the ones that reported one of their channels at least. And there was a point in time where like you could hear them in the microphone. They're, you know, they're trying to roast me, like, oh, they're calling me, you know, 3-letter and 4-letter slurs, you know, and some other slurs that didn't really make sense to call a person of my complexion, but they were clearly, you know, just kids just thinking they're having a great old time. And at one point, one of them was like, yeah, this kid, I bet he watches anime. Which struck me in a few ways. For one thing, they're calling me a kid. Maybe I just look young. I don't know what it is. But I'm like, homeboy, I was in high school before you kids were born. That's a slight exaggeration, but still. Still, you know, they were clearly way younger. And then I bet he watches anime. And then afterward, like after one dude said that, another dude followed up with, yeah, I bet he watches. And then he said an anime I'd never heard of. And I went, well, damn, if we're trying to roast people for watching anime, you should know a lot more than I did. It's an experience. So, but it's for the better. Like I said, that channel has been nuked. So it is no longer among us. Thankfully, but there were a small number of moments where I was like, this is almost entertaining. Almost. Oh, Gauss, you're older than me. Oh, fuck, I thought I was older. Not much, Five Finger. CD says barely. Haha, got you. Yeah, watching anime, I know. I mean, that would have been like a sick burn in like the maybe late 90s, early 2000s, but now it's like, dude, everyone likes anime. Come on, man. Get out of here. It's like being like, hey, I bet you play video games. Imagine this jabroni playing video games. The balls on this man. Oh, so the quiver is just permanently equipped until I manually de-equip it. Okay. I know. Yeah, they have been removed, and you know, nothing of value was lost because, you know, it was not like, oh, we're just trying to like be you know, opaque with like trying to cause a little bit of trouble. They were going, and I didn't show any of it on stream because I had been warned ahead of time that there was some unpleasant things coming our way. But yeah, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to like repeat any of it out loud, obviously, but like we'll just say very obvious hateful imagery and like drawn words on screen that are, it wasn't even like clever trolling, or it wasn't unique. It was just kind of spamming things that would get your ass banned on Twitch if you were to like say it out loud, or to like be drawing it to yourself, you know, to be propagating it oneself. I'll take all the ale, thank you very much. So I sometimes find that like there are some trolling attempts where it's like, okay, that's like, you know, shitty, but at least sometimes it's creative. This was like pretty low effort stuff, so nothing of value really was lost. Oh, and Noita, Cold Duck Soup, right? Yeah, got to call me. Homing Rakawan, nice. But yes, physics wet, right. Yeah, physics weapons, that can be a downer sometimes. Concentrated spells, oh no, the recon. Yeah, I'm glad that you got to call me though, Cold Duck Soup. Now, you did beat the game once before, right? So I remember you were saying it had been a while since you gotten a dub, or up to a certain point you had never secured a dub. But I think you'd gotten one some time ago. And you said, Alex, it's all thanks to you. It's thanks to you and your gamer skills that inspired me. Okay, you probably didn't say that, but he probably thought that. One win out of 110. You know, that's not half bad. It probably took me, oh god, at least 200 L's before my first dub. Random hair on my head. Those happen. They keep growing back. It's the darndest thing. But anyway, yeah. That's actually a pretty good ratio, I would say. Oh, 1,100. Okay, I was gonna say 110 losses. That's nothing, man. It took me 110 losses to learn how to press the jump button in that game. Yeah, 1,000. That's more where I'm at now. I think I've had about that many L's personally. We're gonna have to drop more things because I see more trinkets, more shinies. Like how picking up that ruby caused everything to kind of jostle a little bit. Now, I don't really need... Oh, I have nothing of use. I was gonna say, I don't really need any of these things. But they could be useful for something. We are quickly approaching maximum encumbrance. Yeah, it was just 1 digit, Cold Duck Soup. It matters not. Digits are just made up numbers anyway. I mean, all the numbers are made up when it comes down to it. I mean, when you boil a video game down to its most basic elements, all video games are just ones and zeros. So, you know, you play Pong for 5 minutes, you've pretty much beat Noita. It's the same general philosophy. Boiled down to a series of on and off switches on a microchip. Hotkey items, that's nice. Number key, yeah. I'm curious. Let's try that. So, more of the spells than items and such. Oh, here. Yeah, the Ancestral Guardian. That's probably like a once in a great while kind of thing. We'll cast it if we fight something scary. Oh, boop. Sure, name that. So, because those are the things I would be more likely to switch from, probably. That's really nice. I was just saying earlier, I wanted some kind of quick way to switch around, and my prayers have been answered. FTL has a 20. That's actually pretty good too. FTL is a tough game, from what I understand. So 25% win rate is not half shabby. Whoops. Yeah, I feel like I'm less inclined to mess around with bow and arrow since casting spells accomplishes a utilizing a long range option. Of course, you're reliant on mana as the juice that's powering it. What are you? Stinkhorn. Stankhorn. I like the implication that Uriel Septim, the Emperor of let's see, what would he be the Emperor of? Vardenfell? No, probably not Vardenfell. Just whatever, you know, this province would be. And you know, he's walking through like there's a fucking campfire, there's skulls tied to the walls, like he probably saw some shit, man. He's the Emperor, he's probably not used to this kind of dungeony shit. Some RNG, yeah, which understandable. And a deadlock at the end. So yeah, you were kind of stuck. Yeah. Use our gamer sense to third person perspective some things. Get some easy. Ooh. A gobby boy. Sneak mode is Q. Monster changes. Ah, very nice. Well, hold on. Before I do that, I have some very important business to attend to. Quilted shoes and an inkwell. That inkwell is going to be really useful. Tamriel. There it is. Thank you, Augusto. Tamriel. Not going to bother with those. Oh, okay. That's going to make me bright AF. I kind of want to just fight the gobby. The gobbo. So that's when it's bright. That's when you're seen. So by virtue of sneaking around, I've gotten smarter. More roots and such. See some treasures. I'm gonna guess this guy's probably a pretty tough fight. In fact, maybe I should save real quick. Oh, I didn't mean to. Well, fine, that's fine too. Yeah, I'm thinking if the game is saying like, hey, you might want to sneak. Just like, shit, maybe I should. So Cyrodiil, cool. Yeah, I remember in Morrowind we heard references to Tamriel. What Tamriel is. This is the like this, yeah, the seed of the Empire. Yeah, we would like see things like Cyrodiilic brandy. I remember as a kid I misread it and thought it said Cyrillic brandy, and I was like, wait, Cyrillic like the letters? Big boy. I'm just gonna assume he's distracted. Yeah, maybe I don't want to fight him. Maybe he would, like, rip my face off if I got too close. Now, that being said, I will steal your shit. Order and pestle. Oh, that's actually quite useful. Yeah, so there is an alchemy skill. Okay, yeah, I was confused earlier because I thought there was no alchemy skill. Absolutely, there is. Oh, I could. What would it be a sneaky move for me to pick up the chair and throw it at him? Ooh, now look at that. There is a thing. So, there would be a reward if we could take him down and survive the encounter. Let's see what else awaits over here. I kind of want to be foolhardy and try to fuck him up a little bit. So Tamriel's the continent. Yeah, like Morrowind was the province, and Morrowind... Well, no, I guess Vardenfell was the province. Morrowind is the island, just the one block of land. Haven't tried FTL. Yeah, I haven't actually played FTL either. I've watched it. I've like seen other people stream it. Is our sneak just like level 1,000,000? It's going. We keep getting that message. Wow, sneak goes up fast somehow. That's crazy. It's like you could just hover around here forever, I guess. Yeah, let's. I guess I saved a little bit earlier, didn't I? So it's Q. So I don't want to go back that way because there's another goblin lad. Let's be over here. I'm gonna cast a couple of fire spells and see what do. That is not a fire spell. There it is. He said, "Whoa!" Oh, there's nothing. Maybe if you would have closed the gap, I would be less confident. I can talk shit since he didn't reach me, but maybe his melee damage would have been scurry. Get that rat meat. Oh, he's got 3 rat mates. Hogging all of it, dude. It's a district. Oh, I thought Vardenfell was like the whole like island plus like the other areas. I gotcha. I gotcha. It just goes up as you use it. You can just walk up mountains. Hell yeah. Hey, what's up, Priority? Good to see you, friend. Have a good night, 8-Bit Llama. Thanks again for joining in and for contributing to this joyous occasion and for just the overall positivity. Had a lot of nice folks in here. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hoo-hoo. But now this one's okay though because we only have the one. Oh, okay, I say that. Shit, I had it earlier. Is there another thing I'm supposed to click? I had it earlier. Uh-oh. Because I thought you clicked it when it got to the top, and that was it. So Vardenfell's the island. Right. Because, yeah, there's Mournhold, then there's stuff in the mainland. Yeah. So I was getting my wires crossed then. So Morrowind is the overall, like, provincial area. Yeah, mouse keeper. I'm pretty sure it's mouse click. I'm pretty sure left click. Unless it's right click? No, that wouldn't be it. Yeah, it seems like this would be it. And a lockpicks. Yeah, I don't know. I got it the one time and I felt like a gamer, and now I've been goofing it up. But that's okay. The real treasure was killing that guy. Maybe if I get more lockpicks, I can come back. It's a very easy one, but I can't figure it out. Because I know Augusto looked it up. He said that you need to like watch. There's like a pattern you need to watch for. It's when it descends slowly. But it's kind of hard to know what necessarily to watch for. Yeah. Oh, maybe it needs to be like right as it hits the top. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, there's the use button as well. But not that one. Yeah, I'll try that next time too. I think it's mouse click though. Except the Tumblr. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have more opportunities to try that out. But yeah, I want to figure it out eventually just because it seems like the kind of thing that'd be worth at least getting for those, like, the easy chests. But if this game's anything like Morrowind, we'll be swimming in riches in no time, so I'm not too jelly worried. Get a slow drop before a... Oh, good to know. So if I get a fast one... Well, yeah, if I get a slow drop, it means the next one will be fast. Ooh, good to know. Thank you, Funny World. Good to see you, by the way, bud. I'm just assuming that's a bad guy. He looks like a bad guy. Fucking roasted. Oh, he could have gotten hit by the traps if I would have let him. A cool mace. Of course, I'm over encumbered now. That berry pellet's quite good. Time to drop some things. My inventory is full once again. Shocking. A lot of crap that I could stand to lose. In fact, that's worth less. It's quite heavy. Let's drop that one. The Iron Warhammer is very heavy, but it's worth quite a bit. Probably is gonna drop a lot of this like kind of mediocre these mediocre things. Because they don't have a very high value. That one does. Get drunk on some ale. Always a good time. Yeah, these are worth quite a bit, actually. Alchemical reagents. Some scrolls. Just one key. Torches are weightless, which is shocking. Some RuneScape times. Says Priority. Well, always very nice, very nice. I've never played RuneScape before, but I have some friends that grew up playing that shit, so... You know, pursuant to the conversation earlier of games where I don't have any nostalgia for it, but others do. This game's one of them. Like, I don't have nostalgia because it's my first playthrough, but I know for others it's a big one. It's a little goofy, yeah. It just takes a getting a feel for it. I just kind of how I understand it. Why do I have so many bones? You cannot equip the bones. I do not want to equip the bones. Thank you. As much as I like the idea of hanging on these skulls. Okay, keep those for sure. There's a mod for Morrowind. I'm sorry, not Morrowind, Skyrim. Same thing. It's like the same game. That every time you fail a lockpicking attempt, a laugh track plays. Like talk show, stereotypical laugh track, that kind of thing. And one of my friends installed it, and he said it was really funny for like 5 minutes, and then it became infuriating. So the fun kind of fell away after a while when he felt like he was being mocked ceaselessly. So that would have hurt if it would have slapped into us. There's a chance we could have let it slap into the bad guy and he would have gotten got by that, actually. It's like, it's more Fallout-y in some of the other games. Because I've heard people decry the Fallout lockpicking minigames. Same with hacking. Like, hacking in Fallout I know can be hit or miss for some. At one point, D-Man, I saw he had opined that following Uriel Septum might lead to me getting killed. You're not wrong, but I also am a curious man. Am I going the wrong way? This rat is dead. I feel like but I have no memory of this place. I feel like I would recognize this area, so I'm just gonna assume something else got his ass. It's physics-based, yeah. If I would run at it, I would get smacked. Oh, really, Five and Girl? Can I ask what kind of mod you made? Because I've made 3 mods, and I have more updates that I want to make to all 3 of them, but I have other projects I'm working on, and I tend to pile up projects like a weirdo. Oh, that actually tells me what this item's worth is. It's not bad. I have no lockpicks. No lockpicks? To the tune of no bitches. The hacking is, it just takes a while to figure out. I gotcha. Took a while before, like, you could, like, learn how to do the hacking and that kind of thing. Like the minigame, that is, yeah. Because I've only played Fallout, the original Fallout. I've never played 2 or 3 or New Vegas. So none of the modern ones are familiar to me. But the idea of some kind of hacking thing sounds pretty neat. I was gonna say, please crush these lads. Like, there'd be bad guys down here that would get crushed. Now this guy got fucked. This guy just like bumped into his shin. But yeah, this guy got fucking bowled over. New Vegas, yeah. Most of the people I talk to have a very, very warm place in their heart for either New Vegas or 3. Sometimes both, but usually there is like one that really is special to them. Especially for people who played, you know, a lot of games around when this game came out, because this game would have been, I guess, a few years before Fallout 3. I think I was in college when 3 came out. Oh, here we go. So, it's very easy. It's like it's mocking me already. It already knows. What a gamer. First try. And we got an extra lockpick out of it, so look at that. Take it all. So, it's a timing aspect of it, in addition to watching for a thing. I feel like I should also turn my audio up when I'm trying this so I can hear the clinkety clanks more clearly. Know nothing of the game. You and me both, D-Man. Yeah, New Vegas, yeah. I've heard people say New Vegas has like incredible gameplay, awesome like gunplay mechanics, just solid like mechanically. But that Fallout 3 has a very cool story. Like New Vegas isn't a bad story, but like 3 has like a really cool narrative. Like especially cool. DLCs were kind of boring though. Laviger said, undead to, oh yeah, that's legit. That's legit. Yeah, and add some undead to the AB spawn list. Yeah, I too have had to delve into those lists of things. Not so much for enemy spawns, but very much for item spawns. So I'm with you, Five Finger, and I've also can sympathize with what might have been some frustrating experiences, perhaps. It's timing. It's all timing. So now that we've unlocked this skill, I'm gonna be a Elder Scrollsian. Of course, I'm expending some endurance, but wow, it goes back so fast. In Morrowind, you had to wait like a half an hour to get your endurance back, and I'm only slightly exaggerating. 3 is yeah, that's what I've heard. That 3 is like really, because it was the first modern Fallout game. That was the first Fallout game we'd had since I guess Fallout Tactics in the 90s. So like when 3 was announced, people were like, what the fuck? Well, there were 2 reactions. People were like, what's Fallout? And then for the people that knew were like, what? So that was huge. And then yeah, the fact that they really nailed it, like really knocked out the park, is impressive. Yeah, gamer. Hell yeah. So now I just need to figure out how to do like the full Monty. Which means let's go back to that 3-tiered one that was vexing me earlier and see if I can unvex it. Unless we have found ourselves in a broken bridge situation, but I don't think that we have. Get out of here, skulls. I got chests to unlock, loots to acquire that I'll hit to take all on and then quickly forget about until my inventory fills up. Was it you? No, I've already plundered you. I've plundered that booty. Undead animals in like video games, that kind of thing. Oh, and in real life, Five Finger says, Five Finger, I like your chaotic energy. I like where your head's at. We need to put you in charge. But no, just in general, I mean, undead things being in a dungeon, sure. But they have to come from somewhere, right? So having them be outside, I think, is not the most absurd thing ever. Pair of pants that, yes, that is very good. Now, confession time, Derek. I have enchanted many an item in Morrowind, but I don't think I ever figured out how to do a constant effect enchantment. Because I remember you would, unless you had to enchant it yourself, because I remember going to like enchanters, you could do cast on use, cast on strike, but I could never figure out like if there was a specific thing I had to do to make a constant effect thing. It was a golden saint. That explains it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Joking about the second one, Five Finger. Yes, we're all joking. Wink. I got you, Five Finger. I got you covered, home dog. Yeah, the Grand Soul Gem, yeah. Oh, specifically in a Grand Soul Gem. Okay, yeah. Still makes perfect sense. So it was up here. And I gamered that shit like I got the other ones. Oh, not with that button. That's it. Oh, but it resets. It does reset. Wow, that is crackerjack time. Let me turn the audio up on my end. Oh, too early. Yep. Ah! Ah! Sorry. Damn. This one seems like it's the hardest one for me. Monka S, I got the sweat. I need a third hand to dab my forehead right now. Ah! Sorry. Fuck. I will come back to you, treasure chest. I will conquer your ass. Apologies to my neighbors for my boisterous ass. But you know what? You know what? That's okay, because the real treasure, I don't even want what's in that treasure, okay? The real treasure are the numbers. Because we're playing a video game, and in video games, we love numbers. Security went up like 69 times right there, so we've pretty much just beat the game. Cast on uses, and oh, that's a shame, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they removed to simplify the game. which I understand. I understand the complexity in Morrowind and Daggerfall is a lot, and it's understandably intimidating. But for me, and only me, selfishly, I miss some of that complexity. I'm definitely gonna miss levitation. Levitation would, like, kind of fuck everything up, because you could just leave. You could, unless this was an invisible wall, but you could just levitate up through the ceiling and not give a shit. So I recognize they were like, yeah, levitation is kind of game breaking, but that's the whole point of Morrowind. That's the joy, is the game breaking tomfoolery you can get yourself into. But yeah, at least we're learning the treasure of knowledge and getting the hang of the timing, and also the treasure of leveling up our security skill. I like to think that eventually that kind of thing will, like, the window for the timing probably gets easier as the skill gets higher. Balmore's mages, yes, I remember the exact one, Derek. There's that one quest where you send her on a fetch quest for something. She very briefly leaves her post. That's so you can loot her for all she's worth. Because eventually, yeah, they spawn organically, but that takes a while. Torch just ran out, but that's fine. Let's go back this way. Yeah, it takes a while to get Golden Saints to appear organically in Morrowind, because that's like a pretty... That might be like the highest level enemy in the game. I always thought like Daedriths and Dremora. Daedriths and Dremora, I think I had a harder time with. Golden Saints were like tanky, but rarely was I getting fucked by them. I guess what made them spicy is like they spawn with glass and Daedric shit, so it's like, alright. I get it, you have very expensive things, so that's what makes you special, but they usually weren't too hard to fight, just valuable. Yeah. Enchanted items best in Daggerfall. Oh, that's probably the way to do it, honestly. Just have different selections and such. Simplified a lot of that. Yeah, because this game simplified things, then Skyrim simplified it further, for better or for worse. This game's already broken. Are you saying Morrowind's already... I mean, yes, Morrowind is a delightful mess, and I would have it no other way. The exterior areas. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get why they did it. I'm just a salty bitch, and I selfishly wish they wouldn't have, but it was probably only a matter of time, because, like, designing around the player being able to just float fucking anywhere does hamper some things. Oh, hello. Whoop. Sorry, I just got really excited. And I just thought I would yeet myself forward. A knife! No! I think I do not want that knife. It is, yeah, I was gonna say it's not an item, it's a miscellaneous. Get it out of here. Mostly for the better. That is probably the general consensus I've heard the most, is that, like, Oblivion's really fucking cool, and there are some simplification things that people miss, and a lot that people don't. And then Skyrim is awesome, but... And the buts are pretty not small, and might even be deal breakers for some. The buts seem like they're smaller in this game. Match goes low. Thank you. And they're kind of offset by, like, you know, other nice things. So, it's just like a pick your poison thing, you know, as far as priorities, things that, you know, level of complexity, the kinds of things that matter more or less to some people. That is actually not the very heavy, and it's worth quite a bit. Let's drop a few things. It's like in Morrowind, I would find things I would want to sell because they have like a pretty high value, and I go, okay, well, what is like a high value, like a high value to weight ratio? Oh, Mr. Warbird, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Mr. Warbird, for the very nice raid. How you doing, buddy? We're doing well. We're playing some Oblivion, as you know. I think Warbird has also begun his own Oblivion playthrough. What's up, Examorous? Art loves Morrowind, and you love Oblivion, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people see Oblivion as kind of a middle ground between the two extremes of complex Morrowind and mainstream-friendly, more simplified Skyrim. And there's no right or wrong answer. It just devolves to personal taste, obviously. Wasn't too complicated, just the mechanics, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's complex, and there's a lot of depth, but yes, the mechanics were archaic. And I didn't mind the opposed die roll system in Morrowind, but I will very confidently say that, yeah, I get it though. Like, I get it where this game is like shining much nicer with its combat system. The Morrowind combat system, you almost felt like in the early levels you were fighting it more than you were fighting the bad guys. Anyway, thank you, August, for the shout out for Warbird. Warbird, how's your Oblivion playthrough going? As you can tell, we're still at the beginning, and we made a purple nightmare who is a dark elf, believe it or not, and we're probably gonna make some kind of spellcaster character. Even the spell, exactly. That's like huge. Just the maybe complexity isn't the right word, but the depth that you're like allowed to explore in the systems is, for my money, unmatched. But to get to that, to like explore that depth, you need to have either a lot of time or look up a lot of guides, because the game doesn't always explain it well. So yeah, again, it really comes down to priorities and such. Does some things better? Yeah, I mean, I can see from the get-go there's things I love about this game. There's many things I love about this game, some of which I will like a lot more than I liked it in Morrowind, and some things I will miss. And some things I might already even miss. But whoops, not that. On the whole, I mean, I'm having a good time, and that's what matters. You know, it's all about looking for a good time. Don't need nothing but a good time. How can I resist? But anyway, thank you again to Warbird for that very nice raid. Random NPC conversation. Yes, yeah, random NPC conversations will lead to... I'm saying this like I've seen it myself, but I've heard and briefly observed when other people stream this game that, yeah, there will be some odd moments that I look to embrace. Let's go ahead and bust out another torch. I have 10 of them, I might as well, and they are free to hold. They somehow don't occupy any weight. We just zapped 3 of these motherfuckers with magic spells, because we'll probably be more projectile spells and such. Thinking the rat meat might really not be necessary anymore. I mean, we do have the alchemical mortar and pestle. Maybe I could just throw some things together, but we are quickly approaching our limit. None of the games are perfect. Yeah, and like each game emphasizes different things, because I don't know this obviously, but I've heard that Skyrim's combat's really fucking cool. So for people who want really sick dungeoneering and like sick combat, then that's pretty nice. You are probably a bad guy, but the way the light shines down on you makes me think you might not be. Flax tunic. Oh, you're a bad guy, all right. Oh! Wow! Mage battle. Hell yeah. Aye! Not enough magicka. Gotta close the distance. Fuck you! Oh! Okay, we got him, but at what cost? An iron war axe? Not worn axe. War axe. Not half bad. But the damage wouldn't do anything for us, obviously. Hydrate from Warbird. Thank you, my friend. So waiting for an archer himself. Very nice, very nice. Probably never... Yeah, what I'm thinking... Here, let's try this while I'm thinking of it, because I am kind of curious. Oh, let me just sink down. Oh, hello. Thanks for being cool about this and just letting me murder your friends. I fell into the rat cage. Despite all my rage. I know, it's a dumb joke, but I'm not above it. Acrobatics. I'm something of an acrobat myself. So I guess the weapon he held was that axe that we saw. So yeah, so let's do this. Ugh, sorry, that fucking face staring me down every time. Thank you for joining in, by the way, Capisa. Examera says, collecting everything in Morrowind? Yep, collecting everything, then selling it to the highest bidder. Oh, yeah. And just fucking wrecking a town's economy, just strolling in and just doing one of these, like, just like selling a bunch of crap out and getting all the town's money, and they're just left with useless artifacts. So you're just ruining their entire economy. It's a good time. But Oblivion is good spellcrafting. I didn't even know this game had spellcrafting, so that's encouraging. Individual, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I would hope that there's some of that in this game, too. The Snow Garius, yes. Snowy Garius, right? Yes. It's a good face, this face right here. The goal was to make him round, purple, and sad. And I think we did a pretty good job, actually. There's a fair bit of my guts and face still. Well, if it's the... I think I might know the exact... Like the exact NPC you're describing. Mr. Whale, good to see you, buddy. Oh, but the jobs... I'm sorry, man. Yeah. Trying to find a better one then, yeah. No, I don't blame you, man. I know you've shared some details, and it's also pretty late, so you're probably getting home pretty late, aren't you? And, yeah, no, I'm sorry, man. That shit's frustrating. I know you... I remember when you were working at your previous job, and that was also soul-sucking, so... Sorry to hear it's being a bear for you, buddy. Party says, put this monstrosity away. So what I want to do... I'm going to try my hand at making the goods. Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say rat meat, and then... Oh, I can't just... Okay. Now, mort flesh. I think mort flesh might actually be valuable. Okay, so that answers my question. What I was about to say is, can I just make a potion of nothing but rat meat, so I can just get rid of it? The answer, I think, is no. I would have to... It's like you have to use similar things. So you can't just say... rat meat. It's not like in Morrowind where you could just be like, oh yeah, fucking rat meat and an apple and a stinkhorn cap and a tomato and make some toxic sludge that drains your stamina and gives you an erection for more than 4 hours. Combine ingredients. Right. So you did this. I can make a damage health potion. That's so useful. So really what I should do is I should look up what ingredients are valuable that I want to sell. The rat meat, probably not that valuable, shockingly. Is your favorite DLC? Yeah, I've heard the shivering. Yeah, I've heard DLC in Oblivion is sick, so I'm very excited. The 12th time just to visit it again, yeah. See, isn't this great? What you guys are experiencing right now is what happens with me with with Morrowind, where I'll get into a conversation with friends about Morrowind. And that'll be us, like, recounting our favorite parts of the game, our favorite builds, our favorite enemies, blah, 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 our favorite music. And then, like, somewhere in the conversation, somebody ends up going, fuck, I'm reinstalling. I can't hold it back anymore. So we have to give in to our primal urges to install an Elder Scrolls game. Also known as a poison potion. Yeah, my favorite thing to do in Morrowind was I would have alchemy set as, like, a secondary or a minor skill, I guess. And I would... just make potions out of everything I found, and you mostly find things that either restore fatigue or like drain things, drain health, drain intelligence, drain endurance, what have you. So I would just make these fucking toxic sludge potions. You drink it, you drain personality and endurance for like 900 minutes, and they would have a high value though, because my alchemy skill would get pretty high. So I would just make these poison potions, and I would sell it at its stupid markup with a high mercantile, and it was a good time. Oh, I didn't mean to eat it. Whoops. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. I guess we'll see what that did. Right, I was going to look at... So the mort flesh is, you know... Well, it's kind of heavy, though. Yeah. Actually, I don't think I care about any of these. I'm just going to go and start making some potions. And let come what may. So, give me that rat meat. Here's the mort flesh. Damage fatigue. Nailed it. What a gamer. No other rat meat things can happen here. How's about an apple, some lettuce, some cheese? Now, I don't know if I would want to drink liquefied lettuce cheese, apple lettuce cheese. But apparently it makes gangbusters, so I guess we'll take it. Created a new potion. We sure have. Yeah, Morrowind flashbacks for sure. And then some damage health. Beautiful. That little noise right there of like the little bubbling noise, so satisfying. The potion, yeah, the potion's gonna be a mess and might not even be very valuable, but the experience. Yeah, the experience. Well, actually, these they're very light, so that's nice. This damage fatigue, whew, 2 points for 8 seconds. Who in the right mind would want this? Yeah, who wants a rat meat smoothie? As it whirs up. Yeah, it's just a rat meat smoothie. Delicious. Do you guys like yours? Do you guys like a chunky rat meat on your toast in the morning? Or do you like the creamy? Oh, map marker. I can recover the dwarven artifact. Oh. Make it my active quest. We'll just say continue. I think my active quest. Actually, hold on. I have a journal. Somewhere. This is a map. I've been informed that the J button is for the journal. But then it occurs to me I don't actually know how to access my journal. Oh, here we go, here we go. I've completed no quests. So we have a map. Real city. Ooh, we have a lot of game. A lot of game ahead of us, friends. So not that I'm complaining. Some rotting. Yeah, this is zombie meat, I think. Corpus weepings. Yeah, I like to sprinkle that on top like a no, it's like a thin spread of it, a thin layer like Marmite or Vegemite. Just a little bit on toast goes a long way. So these were tutorial indicators. Here's the quest stuff. So that's fine. So with this one, the quest we have, so this is either where we are now or this is where we need to go to turn this in. Active quest. There it is. Okay. So current quest, we have 2 of them. One can be active and we will probably set map markers and such. This one I think oh, I guess it just means that's the last tutorial thing that we did. So that's fine and dandy. Actually, we don't need that out because we already have a torch. But in these darker areas, you know what kinds of treasures await. Oh, here, can I gamer this shit? Whoop. Oh, not quite so much. Okay, well, I was doing well for a little bit there. I have much to learn. Side effects may include death, mutation, enslavement of an insane god. When it's saying it really fast in those infomercials. Side effects may include screaming diarrhea, purple testicles, or purple genitilation. Whoops. Loud screaming, repairing. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's a fucking long sword. Wow, it's really heavy, and would not do. It's actually kind of surprising the damage is so low. The sword we have right now is like much lighter and much less fancy, but does slightly more damage. So let's try this then. I have this thing could use some love. Screaming diarrhea. You know, you don't scream. You're not the one that's screaming. It's the diarrhea itself that's screaming. It is not a fun time. Trust me. I've been there. Would be somewhere in these menus. Probably miscellaneous. Hammer. Not bad. Oh, it already broke. Well, that's fair. That's fair. In Morrowind, you would get a couple clicks out of it, but it would also go very quickly. So yeah, gonna leave that longsword. I'm impressed they fit it in that chest, honestly. Oh, I thought that was like a part of a bone. I was like, oh no. I do not have room for the ale. More rat meat. 8 pounds of rat meat. I think I'm good on the rat meat, guys. Rat meat sandwich. I guess it's kind of like an Elder Scrolls mainstay. You see salt rice, you see rat meat, you see like kwama eggs. Well, I guess I'm assuming that was definitely in Morrowind at least, but like rat meat is like a standard in protein, like, you know, cheap, more or less affordable and like available protein. Sometimes even well roasted. I seem to recall even like in Morrowind, there was like flavor text that they would say like, yeah, I mean, rat meat doesn't taste great, but it's plentiful and it's easy to acquire. And if you season it right, you can almost get past the like the grimy aftertaste. And then there's the skooma. That's right. Axaramus remembers the skooma. Also, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. It's probably Axaramus. Trying to make sure I don't mispronounce screen names if I can help it. I've been dawdling in here long enough. Let's continue. As this was a dead end. What I was really hoping to find, dear viewer, was more lockpicks, but I am sadly out, I do believe. Oh, I lied. I have 3. Oh, there we go. Oh my, I'm glad we got into this one. I'll take everything but that silver vase. Yeah, it's not, like, useless, but not really worth its weight, necessarily. Yeah, so that uses the hammer. Foldable. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's like the foldable shotgun. That is a urban legend. We out here with foldable claymores. Foldable longswords. Let's also do this. Get ourselves healed up. Or the jewels, yeah, I can see myself doing exactly that. I would really like to sell them, you know, to the highest bidder when possible, but I could also see myself holding out, given how, you know, light they are. I am the hammer. So, which means I'm gonna bang my own equipment or something. Or lockpicks. Alright. This is goodbye. I'm gonna... Oh, I'm over encumbered. I am with... Whomst ever said this earlier. The rat meat was a solid... Oh, I didn't eat it. Oh, I've damaged my fatigue. The rat meat was a solid meme for a good bit there. 21... Okay, well, actually, I guess more like 11 pounds of rat meat. I'm gonna... This will be... Maybe my final backtrack. I want to go back for that. Oh, I'm still wanting to get that chest, man. That 3-tiered chest that tempted me so. I can't not think about it. Still thinking about him. Smiley face. Hoarding the jewels and whatnot. Is it... Because my suspicion in this game is that I would just want to sell the jewels so I can get the monies. Is the idea that the jewels could be used for things, or is it a matter of I want to find a... Oh, well, I want to, like, make sure my mercantile or my speechcraft or what have you is high enough to be able to make sure I get, like, decent money out of it. Because in Morrowind, if you had, like, crappy speechcraft, you could sell things, but you might not get a lot out of it because, like, your personality was sus. But in this game, I don't know if that's as much of a thing. To be an 11-pound rat. Yeah, we didn't get all that rat meat from one rat. Although I like where your head's at, JD. An 11-pound dire rat would be a experience, to say the least. The chest that got away. Oh my god, JD, I forgot about this. I checked Twitter the other day, and JD, you didn't post it. JD is a wholesome Christian lad, okay? He would never do this. But one of your friends, JD, or one of the people you follow, posted a picture of a toaster strudel with, you know, icing on it. And the caption just said, I should call him. And I was like, oh boy. I realize that is innocuous sounding on its own, but I will just say to you, dear viewer, that it did not look like icing. And my brain went to places and I was afraid. Yeah, JD, I don't know who this person is, but this has been my only engagement with him on Twitter, but I saw that I was like, this is some good shit. This is some good content. So yeah, when I think of like plundering a booty, I go, oh yes. To be young again, huh? Plundering the booty, inserting into the booty. Okay, sorry, that's enough of that. Fuck. So you want the slow. think that's it. Gamer alert. Holy moly. All that for 20 gold, 3 lockpicks, and 2 torches. All right, so, but now we know, don't just go ham. You really kind of have to romance the lockpicks. You have to lube them up first. Don't just ram them in there. You gotta speak softly to them. Whisper sweet nothings into their ear. Treat them to a nice dinner. Buy them roses sometimes. You can't just go, you know, full pulverizer mode. These are classy lockpicks that, or not lockpicks, classy treasure chests that deserve better. Yeah, I should call. Yeah, honestly, same, JD. Oh my god, I saw one. Who was it that posted this on Twitter? I saw one where it was a GIF of a jelly. No, not even of a Boston cream pie donut being filled with filling, and it was a classy lady that posted it, and her caption was like, "Thinking about him, RN." It's like, oh my fucking god. Boy, God, or the guy in the Pornhub comments who's like, God, I wish that was me. Same energy, honestly. Giant rats, yeah. Yeah, because in Dungeons and Dragons, there's like, you know, cave rats, then there's dire rats, which are fucking grizzled and scary. So yeah, the notion of giant rats is very much familiar, for sure. I want to get more mushrooms so I can make more fucking terrifying potions. Five Figure says, oh no. Oh, there's like, why am I surprised that there's glitches in this game? Did you guys know there's a Bethesda game that has some glitches in it? Yeah, I'm not surprised that there's probably exploits and that kind of thing. Of course, I would mostly steer clear from it myself, but you know, no shame to those who played around with them back in the day. Because when I first played Morrowind, I, like a lot of us, got lost very early on in the game, kind of forgot the main quest. Didn't really stick with it that much, and kind of abandoned the game. But before I abandoned the game, I unlocked the developer console, so to speak, and just putzed around with like setting the stats to being uncomfortably high and just zooming around the map, unlocking all the spells, getting a bunch of items that I didn't need or couldn't really utilize well. So I like just fucked around with the game and, you know, hacked it more or less. But then when I came back to the game like 6 months later, started a new save, like stayed pretty close to the main story and did some side quests, but took the game more seriously, and it was one of my favorite things I'd ever played ever. Joyous memories all across the board. So none others have I missed. So I hope you guys are proud of me. I've only backtracked literally 4 times in this one dungeon, and I've probably spent over 3 hours. Well, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours in this one dungeon. Now we will actually proceed. I'm so proud of myself. Actual progress in a video game. Can you believe it? Look, I was thinking the same thing. I'm just jumping over them. It's like, maybe I should be a little careful. We don't know where those logs have been. So I guess save 1. Don't really matter. Speaking of logs, and no, this is not a log post. This is not log posting Ren and Stimpy, but it kind of is. I was helping out with something earlier, and I was at someone's house. I was a really nice person was hosting Gracie and I at their house, and they had made mention of, oh, look at this. They'd made mention of a tree they had cut down a couple days earlier, and we looked outside, and you could see like fucking logs everywhere. Like they were gigantic. It was a big tree they'd taken down because it had been hit by lightning years earlier, and it was long dead. It was rotting. So anyway, they had a bunch of extra logs laying around. And what the husband of the duo kind of jokingly said, like, yeah, if anybody wants a log, they make for a great toy. You can take it home to your kids. And in my mind, I was like, what rolls downstairs, runs over your neighbor's dog. And I was like, I went into log mode, Ren and Stimpy log mode. Defend him until help arrives. Hello, I'm here to help. Get the Emperor out of here. I'm a mysterious purple man emerging from the shadows. You can definitely trust me.
I think that was all of them. Let me take a look around.
Have you seen the prisoner?
Do you think he followed us? How could he?
Oh, you see nothing.
Sire,
So maybe that's a sign that I'm supposed to be hidden.
Not yet. Let me rest a moment longer.
Dude, don't just look at me, man. I'm self-conscious. I get performance anxiety.
Your Majesty, we need to keep moving.
Not yet.
Okay, I think this is the game's way of saying, no, it's fine. You're allowed to engage.
Damn it! It's that prisoner again. Kill
No,
him.
dude, we can
He
be
might
we can
one
be
of the
homies.
assassins.
Oh man.
He is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us. As
We can
you
be
wish,
friends,
sire.
all right? We can be homies.
Come closer. I'd prefer not to have to shout. They cannot understand
That
why
zoom
I
in thing is
trust
so weird.
They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
Ooh, edgelord answer. I'm not on good terms with the gods. Do we go like outlaw edgelord? Do we go wholesome? Or do we go just neutral? I'm leaning towards neutral.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth?
Now's our time to find out. So, now we can kind of nudge ourselves in a direction for what kind of character do we want to make. We've demonstrated we can fight with swords and bows and spells. So, Apprentice is a good one. Magicka, but you are weak to magic. So Magicka attribute, that just means we have a bigger Magicka pool, which is nice. And 100 is a lot at the beginning for sure. It might become less over time. Willpower and endurance. Willpower, I think, well, I'm going by Morrowind rules, but I think willpower feeds spell casting and maybe spell resistance, like element resistance. Purple Man doesn't, yeah, he just thinks sad. Exoramus. What would sad Grape Man do? That's correct. Magic bonus. It's nice. It's nice. With no downsides. Agility, speed, and luck. That's not bad, honestly. Don't regain. Ooh. Spell absorption. Oh, wow. I don't know. I kind of do rely on this regain, don't I? And regenerate health. But you... Ooh, weakness to fire. Well, we're a Dunmer. So, fire wouldn't bother us too much. Paralyze an opponent. It's not bad. I could give him the old smoochie. Willpower does nothing and... Really? That's shocking. I wonder if that's like a glitch or something. I would hope it would do something. Also restore health. Turn undead. Potent poison on touch. Curing yourself of bad things. Cost fatigue to use. Invisible for a minute. A little faster. Can open things. I feel like I should do either the mage. Yeah, I don't want to go for that one. I'm thinking the mage. 50 points to your Magicka. It's not that exciting. But... Or this one, honestly. Willpower... Yeah, maybe this one would be the better choice. Magicka is nice. But... Willpower would be nice if that feeds, like, yeah, like spell resistance. And maybe Magicka. And endurance, I think, feeds... max health, and I want to say like your ability to like dodge hits. I guess that's agility. Actually, I can't remember exactly. Role playing it, yeah. Like, and of course, this is one of those games where I don't know what choices will truly affect things, or if it really is just flavor text. The lady, it is done.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
Very stoic. Also, I wish he didn't die, because I want to hear Sir Patrick Stewart whisper sweet nothings into my ear just a bit longer.
Your stars are not mine. Today the lady shall fortify you in your quest for glory. My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness.
It's a purple sun, okay?
With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
It's a purple sun. They call it the purple dwarf, which is more or less what we are.
No trophies of my triumph precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
He's so matter-of-fact about it.
A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while, then we must part.
The zooming thing is a little bit unnerving, but, you know, it's effective. Also, broken bridge. Cannot get back, so that was...
May as well make yourself useful. Carry that torch and stick close.
Tell me about the blades. Oh, you're a blade, okay.
Situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan. My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
Wonder if they're overhearing Emperor Septim over here being like, I'm going to die. And the guards are like, no, sir. I'm not going to let you die. And the guard's like, I'm going to fucking die. It's going to happen, homeboy. Just accept it. It's close. Yeah.
Stick close and let us do our job.
Hold on. I want to explore. If by stick close you mean go the opposite direction, you got it. Okay, that just leads out. Unsurprisingly, that man is naked. Ooh, take that. Well, he's not naked, he's clothed, but he's nude in the line of things. Hold on, I'm helping. Slowly, I'm helping. I'm helping! I'm not gonna slap him. I'm not gonna be mean. Yo, this cult is looking dummy thick, not gonna lie. I have a feeling they probably really don't need my help. These guys are way higher level than I am, so I don't... I theorize my assistance would be mediocre at best.
I've still got my eye on you, prisoner.
So I'm just following them then. Yeah. Uriel Septim's got his gat. Alright? This guy's got his weapon drawn at the ready. These other guards are letting the guard down. This man doesn't fuck around. He's ready. The zoom in interactions, yeah, it's a good time, and I've been made aware of some of the more well-known memes that can happen with, like, the weird timings in which that can happen. Are you a bad guy? Oh, you're a bad guy. Ouch! See, now if I, like, cast my thing or do a thing, it's gonna, like, hurt one of my homies and by accident. Oh, wrong spell. Yeah, so they're... Okay, no, he's fine. The Emperor needs help. No, you've got it covered. But yeah, again, they have... I can't remember what it's called, but this, like, spell that imbues their weapons and their armor, and then it dissipates when they die. These cultist lads. These mythics. So we're going that way. It's a chesty. Take all. Winner take all. Yeah, I'm just looking for quick grabs. Cannot be picked. Just gotta roll with it. Oh, Jesus. Fucking... They're breathing down my nose. Oh, God. Don't do anything stupid. I have expected, like, a catapult to just fucking clobber his ass or something. Or, like, a spike trap, something. We did see traps earlier. Magic is fun, but there's the yes, the unga bunga of big axe or like club clobbers bad guy is satisfying.
Let's go.
So they're just slowly sliding around. Yeah, I don't see any other things. Passages and such, dead ends.
I don't see any good options here. They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
There.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For the Emperor!
But I want to help fighting things. Oh, well, okay, well. Seems like it's pretty okay. This is the dead end.
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Uh-oh.
Strange.
Uh-oh.
You chose a bad.
So that just happened. And they are strangely cool with it. Okay, no, they're not. That was a shame too, because I couldn't like there was no button to draw the weapon. It was a guaranteed death.
Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the amulet of kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
He's not gonna like this.
Strange.
Oh, I thought he was gonna believe us.
Trusted you.
It seemed like, really?
It's the
How
dragon
convenient.
blood that flows through the veins of every septum. They see more than lesser men. The amulet of kings is a sacred symbol of the empire. Most people think.
Yeah,
the red
bound weapon.
dragon's
Thank you,
crown,
Fivinger.
but
I couldn't think of
that's
the word.
just jewelry.
Yeah, bound
The
weapon,
amulet
bound
has
armor.
power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why? Joffrey, he said that? Why? Nothing I ever heard about, but Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City, or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are rats and goblins down there.
Oh, yeah.
But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced pilgrim. Am I right?
More or less. Yeah, just beating shit to death, like, with your hands. It is satisfying. It's more like, my favorite thing, not so much like killing big things. My favorite thing in games like this is killing a small thing with a big weapon, so it just fucking yeets them into the stratosphere. So, like, using a big club and just smacking a thing out of the park is always satisfying. Oh, really? So that, like, he was gonna have more involved last words, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ogasso. It's like, I'm impressed, given how they were not trusting us earlier, suddenly they trust our word. How to choose our class. Probably not a custom class, probably. Because I was thinking, well, actually, I say that, maybe I would go for a custom class, because yes, definitely some kind of spellcaster. Also, you can probably hear it in my voice. We're probably going to be wrapping up in a little bit here, but we'll definitely choose a class and try to exit the sewers if there's time. We'll get back to this on maybe tomorrow, most likely Wednesday, but I might switch some of the days around for this week. We'll see, but I will plan on the next stream being Wednesday. But we'll see about maybe tomorrow and switching the Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll post more on the Discord for sure, but for now, I typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll plan for that. And then on the weekend, we'll do some kind of stream as well. It's on his, yeah, on the wiki. That makes sense. The kill cams, yeah, that's... Oh, I've seen the suplex. I have seen the suplex, yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. So anyway, yeah, so as far as... So we heard about battle mages. Destruction is a major skill. Yeah, I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, the more maybe I should just go for a custom class. Because these are nice things. But I don't know if there's any single one that would, like, do all the things that I was hoping for, you know? Like, yeah, heavy armor. I'm not convinced heavy armor and spellcasting would be, in my case, a wise choice. That's pretty cool. Custom class. So definitely magic. That man's face just popping up. Cannot suplex the train. Yeah, no Final Fantasy VI, unfortunately. So, magic gun. So probably willpower and intelligence, I'm thinking. Well, magic use. Regenerating mana and fatigue. Destruction, alter. I mean, destruction's the big one, obviously. If it involves destruction, I am down. Endurance is a good one, though. I don't want to, like, abandon endurance, obviously. Because that's pretty nice. In fact, so much so I might even do willpower and endurance. I mean, intelligence would be nice, though. I don't actually know if I'm going to do much alchemy in this game since it's not as goofy. So, conjuration and mysticism would be nice. Yeah, I wouldn't actually use block or armor or heavy armor. So yeah, maybe that wouldn't make sense. Maybe intelligence is the way to go. Pick a class first. Oh, that's kind of cool, at least, yeah. Yeah, if you want, like, a specific portrait. Yeah, just think about the things I would use. Actually, speed wouldn't be half bad for light armor. I don't know, I feel like light armor will level that up slowly over time anyway, so there's no rush. And of course, there's luck. Luck is underrated. Luck's underrated, so that would be nice, but I think we'll just go with those two. The magic, I think you're right, Five Finger, I think you're right. 7 major skills. Destruction, obviously. Conjuration, maybe. I rarely found myself using Conjuration in Morrowind, but maybe this one will be different. Go with light armor. Well, hold on. Does anybody know? I know I can select major skills. Do I also select minor skills? Because I might save, like, swords, blades. I might save that for a minor skill, if that is a thing in this game. This, I think I like. Yeah, alteration would be good. Alchemy, probably not. Yeah, conjuration can be good. Yeah. I'm starting to think more about it. No minors, okay. Excuse me. 18 plus. 18 plus with the major skills. So in that case, I would do light armor. And I would do blade. Does anybody have a favorite as far as like their favorite weapon class in this game? Because I would... Blades are kind of basic, but it's probably like the safer option more or less here. Mysticism could be cool, but would I use it all that often is the question. I kind of am going ham into magic here. Security, maybe that'd be neat. It's a neutral. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Five Finger. It's probably more or less balanced, so I'm sure they knew what they were doing. How many have I picked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 more. I'm like tempted to do something like security because I'm struggling so much with these goddamn lockpicks. I mean, there's restoration though, which could come in handy. Restoration will slowly restore just organically. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Ogasso. Since I've been struggling so much, something like that will help. And we have 1 more. We can always deselect something, so we're not locked in, obviously. Restoration will be the safe choice. Illusion is also quite nice. So I think by this point, I would need to decide, what am I more likely to use more often? Because these are major skills. I can still handle myself with conjuration, with you know, mysticism. But major skills are things I'm going to be using more often. So yeah, I'm leaning in the same way. Restoration is a safe choice. I'm kind of leaning towards illusion instead of one of these. Of course, alteration can open locks too. That's actually kind of nice. Of course, I would need the spells for it, obviously, but still. Yeah, maybe I should choose one or the other. Alteration or security. Physical mass contributes. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, open locks. Yeah, it does other things, too. So I was thinking about conjuration. Yeah, honestly, conjuration. I might end up relying on conjuration if I'm if I'm making something of a glass cannon. 3, 4, 6, 7. Already made the maximum selections. So now, illusion. I mean, the honest truth is that our guy's not terribly sneaky. I keep coming back to alteration or security thing. I think, you know what, the more I think about it, I think I actually will go for alteration instead of security. It's going to be a little bit shitty at the start, I think, but once we get open spells, I bet open lock spells, that is, I'm hoping that will, like, fill that niche for us. Of course, I don't know how to get spells in this game, but I'm assuming that you can acquire them fairly easily, you know, once you start exploring and whatnot. So hopefully that'll happen sooner than later. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The general idea here is that I'm going to be taking this more or less to the end. I mean, I want to do a full playthrough of the base game. I want to do the DLC. It's not a short game. I don't know if it's longer or shorter than Morrowind, but I'm guessing it's at least 100 hours. So we're going to be here for a while. I want to make sure I'm picking a character that I'm down for. And we're not locked in. Like, it's not like we can't level the other things, but the other things will be harder to level. So I think this is good. Charming, concealing, creating light. That's nice, but yeah, I think I'd go for this other stuff instead. So we'll do that. And yeah. Move unseen and unheard. Let's sneak, rather, yeah. Lock doors and containers. Yeah, I'm hoping that the open lock component of this will come in clutch. And if it doesn't, then it's fine. But what should the cool name of our class be? Pro gamer? Or nerd in lowercase. This class is all about magic primarily, with some swords and some armor. Not a lot of other things, by the way. It's like magic, swords, and armor. Like, there's no acrobatics, there's no like speechcraft. Fruit basket, Vinter rather. Has about, oh, because we're purple, we're a grape, we're a sad grape lad. We're an accountant, marriage counselor. You got me on marriage counselor. Five-finger, hold on. Oh no, there's not enough. Not enough characters. Shit. Marriage, weddings, wedding singer. Damn it, there's not enough characters, dude. That's so upsetting. I would have picked marriage counselor in a moment. We could just say therapist. Oop. In quotations. God, fucking marriage council. That's genius, Five Finger. You're a fucking genius. Holy moly, that's so funny. Matchmaker, yeah, we're a sad purpley boy who can't find no levens, but we can match others. Matchmaker. Matchmake. Ah, damn it. Bulbous. Yeah, perp boy. Sad and bulbous. Oh my god, sad and bulb. Just bulbous. Bulbous class, we can go for that. How's about this? Oh, yeah, bulbous or rotund. Bulbous, I think, is a better word. Bulbous boy. How's that? Burp, burp. We'll be the bulbous boy. Create the bulbous boy class. I can already see people coming in the chat in future streams, and they'll be like, "Yeah, can I see your character sheet?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." They'll be like, "All right, these skills are legit." Then they look at our character sheet, our face, and they see our class name. They go, "What the fuck, man?" Yeah, exactly. This motherfucker's behind the desk, and you go, I don't know if this is the lad that we want." You like how this is the bulbous boy? He doesn't look very bulbous. We can create more custom classes, by the way. Oh, the grape ape. Oh, damn. That's tempting. That's tempting. We'll stick with bulbous boy, but grape ape. Funny world, that's genius. Oh my god, Bonzi buddy. I'm sorry. I'm getting into a rabbit hole. Are you sure? You don't choose the bulbous boy path. The bulbous boy path chooses you. The question I'm faced with this question every time I'm looking at like a jar of cookies. It's like I don't know if I'm sure.
I would never have guessed. Still, I don't think you'll have any trouble with rats and goblins.
Grape Nation, y'all. That's right. Oh, Grape Nation should have been good. Would have been good too, D-man. That's good.
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
I got it. Please explain more.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You better get moving. May Talos guide you.
Thanks,
By
fam.
the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Oh, that's the sword I'm using, I think. So maybe I should be not using it then, is what he's signifying here. That sounds like a Argonian name. Horse armor DLC. Oh boy. I wasn't actually sure we were going to see something like that, but yep. That's probably exactly what that is. Probably have a lot of DLC things. Yeah. A little bit sequence breaking in some ways, but it's fine. We just had like a little synapse in our brain fire that said, "Oh, I should buy a horse." It's the cat with the newspaper. I should buy a horse. So we're suddenly getting these little flashes of quest things. Okay, not too many. Horse armor DLC, everyone's favorites. Trust it does, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You should definitely trust me. Let me just oh, I can't loot his corpse. I mean, sure. Can I be a meanie and steal his sandals? I'll steal his potion. I mean, he won't have anything to say about me like dragging this dude's corpse into a fire, right? He did kill the Emperor. I wish I could just put my torch on his face. So anyway, yeah, this is the dead end, and this way I think, well, yeah, this was the end. This was where we had been backed into a corner. Oh, this homie died. Oh no. That's no good, yeah. Feel like a chump for abandoning that sword, but we have other cool items. Such as An iron dagger. It's 2 damage. Steel shorts are actually, that's equal damage, I think. We could do this monstrosity. That's a 2-handed bastard. Yeah, it's a different weapon, but it'll get the job done. And it, yeah, just slap a cheese wedge on him. You know how in, you know, in common parlance, if you want to remember somebody, you pour a little bit of, pour one out for the homies. I'm gonna do the equivalent of that. Whoops. In Oblivion, but instead of pouring one, I'm gonna drop one for the homies. This one's for you, Emperor. All right. You have that cheese in your afterlife. You have it bring you good calcium, strong bones in the afterlife. I'll see you in another life, brother. So sad. I cry every time. My shield became de-equipped. Oh, it's because... Okay, that's fine. Occupies the same slot as the torch. He looks so mournful. Oh, hold on. Let me get into the light. I just love George's comment earlier. He was like, I've seen your face before. I seen your face in my dreams, and then I quickly threw up in my mouth a little bit. God damn, that's some funny shit. And George knows a lot of Elder Scrolls things, so... if we've impressed or frightened George, it means we're doing something right. So that's probably the way out of here. Said the Joker to the thief. And now... Oh, I was about to say broken bridges, but never mind. We can just go back that way. So that way is open. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the area that was locked earlier, though. Right. And because it was locked, it forced our way around. So we have many quests to be mindful of. So yeah, there's dwarven artifacts we know about. Got the amulets. There's this thing about free... Well, the horse armor DLC was not free, but they'll just give it to us in-game for free. And then... some other thing. Castle Anvil. Like, these are things that I'm guessing are going to be much, much later. So no rush. No rush on that one. So yeah. Let us proceed. Some questionable... Yeah, the fact that we were able to make a dark elf look like this is remarkable. But yeah, it calls into question the Nine's freedom of choice. You know, the question of free will. Giving us regular commoners free will, and look where it got us. I saw the face of God and it was purple and weeping. And yeah, more sudden little brain flips. Little switches getting flipped of us being like, oh, I know about this thing called Aliad City. Now, Maroon's Razor is a name I've heard before. The name of a thing. Weapon or item or something. Powerful Daedric artifact. Ooh. That's some in-game shit. That's not going to be for a minute. So now we plunder the sewers. Maybe not so much plunder, but try to power through our sewers. Found a bloodstained note, by the way. It's been delivered to me. Oh yes, a courier just dropped it off. It's Parakarry from Paper Mario. I've inherited an underground... Oh god, is this the Nigerian prince who's promising me riches? If I send them my social security number and my mother's maiden name and blood type. Deep... I thought it said Deep Corn Hollow. I was about to show you my Deep Corn Hollow team, but I decided it'd be better not to do so. Long lost relative, yeah. It's just questionable. Inspect my new acquisition. These DLC indicators, like, I get why they're doing it this way, but it is like unnerving. Oh my god. They're just popping in suddenly. It'd be one thing like if you arrived in a town and like a courier delivered them to you, but it's like, really, the sewers? I'm just finding this cache of keys and notes. Frostcrag Spire. Dude, who knew this lowly prisoner would have all this sick, like, loot and inheritance just waiting for him? Battlehorn Castle besieged by marauders. Offering the castle to anyone who... Oh my god. Is that it? Are we done? Is it finally done? The Grape Elf. That's us. Not Great Elf. Grape Elf. Oh, I remember you telling me about that Funny World. Yeah, yeah. Static X is being like an old school... like source of nostalgia. Frost Crab. I would also be down for the Frost Crab. Getting flashbacks to the sewers in... underneath Mournhold in the Tribunal expansion in Morrowind. Which were kind of long on the tooth, honestly. I love Morrowind and I love the base game, but the expansions were just a bit much at times. I didn't love them as much as the base game. The 9 were forced to make this, yeah. If the 9 was like, if their hands are being forced, they're like, we don't want to do this, but you know, we are being implored to create this abomination. So help all of us.